Kobe, how you do that? 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 Kobe, how you do that?
All right, hold up. Can we get to his phone so he can share it?
Do
Do the preview thingy first.
Ladies, no, we already live. He just went.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to the DJ Focus podcast with my girl Quanta Tatted.
Hola.
We have a very special episode tonight. Hold on, let me get my. Oh shit! Hold on. Let's just get this right. Lenny Coco, what's up, my friend? It's not on there?
Hi, how you doing?
It's not live on Facebook right now?
It says it. I don't see it. Oh, it's on your account?
Yeah.
Nope, I'm still in Instagram jail.
Still in jail?
Yeah.
Alright. Let's this one out.
Are we still live?
We are live.
We looking a hot mess right now.
Live to the month.
Anyways, it's your girl Quanta Tatted. Follow me on all social media outlets at Quanta Tatted. Tomorrow I am hosting Johnny Bill's listening party. Make sure you purchase your tickets. The link and everything is on my page. It's going to be in Allentown at the Art Gallery. So let's go.
Okay. Let's do it that way. That should work better. Sorry. Lenny Coco, you want to get on the spot? You on the jump?
Whichever
Either
side
one
you
is
want.
fine.
I'm about to say, you're big enough to step over the table. You got it. Ooh, see, you almost made it.
All right, something wrong with my mic, so we just gonna have to hold it down. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to DJ Focus Podcast with Quanta Tatted. We are back for another awesome and amazing episode. Big shout out to all our dedicated viewers. Big shout out to everybody who come through, and big shout out to our panel. We were supposed to have a couple other guests on here tonight. A couple last minute cancellations, but they will be here next week. Tajmir, Flood, and my man Tony Loudpack, Arroyo. They gonna be coming in here next week. But it's not about them tonight. It's about the people who we do got on the couch. So I want to give a very, very special shout out to the panel. I'm gonna let y'all introduce yourself, starting with my main man over here, a community leader in the city of Allentown and Lehigh Valley for some years now. We came here to honor my brother, Mr. Lewis. Go ahead, talk to him. Let him know who you is.
Hello, my name is Luis Melendez, boxing coach, also work in the community as baseball organizer. So,
All right.
Okay.
Okay, so you a boxing coach.
yes, I am.
So can you teach me some moves?
My nephew boxes, man. I'm gonna introduce you, man.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, I think he's age 9, top 50 in the nation right now, man. Miles Cherrill. I'm gonna send you all this information. He's good. He's real good, man. He just trained with I'll show you. Everything.
Hold that up. All right. Okay, so we got two boxers in the house. Okay. I used to be a boxer in the hood, you know, when they would get the gloves out. But then when I realized that I was my reach wasn't long enough. I wasn't too quick. I said, no, I'm gonna stick to street fighting where I could bite people, kick people. I can't. The boxing wasn't for me. But peace, Indigenous Black Man. My brother, what's going on, man? Big shout out to my brother, Indigenous Black Man, in the chat. All right, we got our last guest here. Sit on down. Be careful, don't knock a cord out. And we're going to get to your introductions. But before we do that, let's get to my main man in the green. Introduce yourself, beloved brother.
Oh,
Home. Fix this.
Lenny Coco, the Dapper Don, the Port-au-Prince, on my
Black
Zoes,
thing,
Saka
you do it.
Fedla.
No, down there.
Wine
The
up
black at
bullet.
the bottom.
I want to thank my guy
Yeah,
Focus
lift
for
it up.
always having me, man.
Yeah, put it. Oh, yeah, oh, yep.
Got it. Lenny Coco on IG, that's LENNYCOCO. And we're going to talk, man. Happy to be here, man.
All right.
Did you share the live though?
I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah, I'm
Better
gonna need you
now.
to do that. I'm gonna need you to go
Yeah,
right
better
on there
now.
right now
I'm
and
gonna do it
share
right
that
now.
live. And I'm gonna
Right
need you guys to go right there to that button and click share.
Tell a friend and tell a friend, tell a cousin.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. All right. Speaking of that, let me go ahead
And
and
tell her again, too.
make this thing right. All right, but while we doing that, let's introduce our last panelist, my main man, 50 grand, all the way at the end. Go ahead, give me your name, your occupation, what you got going on. Let's talk to him.
What's going on, guys? My name is Master Rigsby. Geez, man, I'm like jack of all trades, basically. I do a lot of
Speaking
things.
to the mic and project.
Mic, good.
And project.
Good. All right then. Yep. So I'm Master Rigsby. I also am a small artist. Actually, I do a lot of community music, basically for the kids and everything like that. I also work at the YMCA. Been working there since I was like 17 years old. I'm 27 now, so definitely been trying to do a lot of things for the community. So hope we can talk about that today.
Yes, absolutely.
That's what we doing today.
That's what we talking about today, man. We got some community leaders in the building, and we gonna start this community leader series. You feel me? Where we actually bring out people who are special to the community, are diligent, hard workers, people who have affected change within the Lehigh Valley area and the tri-state area in general. You know what I mean? We want to bring you guys out. We want to honor you guys, and we want to hear your story. We want to hear what you got going on, how you helping the kids out, how you helping the youth out, how you helping the community out, and we want to get y'all out here to the people so that they can access the help that you guys provide. You understand what I'm saying?
Love, man.
Yeah, that's what we want to do. So let's start with Lewis. Let's tell us about yourself. Tell us your background, your backstory. What makes you you?
When did you start sports? I want to know everything.
Yeah, we want to know it.
Well, my name is Luis Melendez. I started boxing in Puerto Rico way back in the 1970s.
Nice.
Was a junior Olympic champion. Moved to the States at age 16 and began boxing in Syracuse, New York. And then I moved to Pennsylvania, and I've been here. Was a professional fighter for many years, and became also.
What was your record?
As a professional, I only did like 15 fights. That ain't even much. It was a pretty bad record. I'm honest.
I don't think those things is a bad record, man. Boxing is warriors,
Yeah,
man.
the thing was that I met the wrong people at the wrong time.
Oh, in terms of like trainers and coaches?
Yeah, that coaches, management, and it was the wrong thing that I did. But I'm glad that I went through that because I'm able to use that experience to help the young kids that I'm training.
So what made you want to start working with the youth?
Well,
He says they say that your mic is not working. So let's try to speak up and project and see if we can turn them up a little bit.
Mic check, mic check.
Just a little bit. And then just his. Yeah. Yeah, speak up.
check
And
up, check up. Can you
Yeah,
hear
Can
me?
you guys hear him now?
Can you hear me?
if you can't hear him, just take Lenny's mic and we'll do it like that.
Let's get a one on the chat if you can hear him. Here you go, bud.
Can you hear me now?
Try this one time, bro.
We got one pressing this. Is that what it was? How's that? Is that okay?
Echoey, though.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know if it's because we're here, you think?
Hold on, let me see. All right, go ahead. Open that back up and see how it sounds on the mic. It sounds echoey. All right. Hit it off in the back. Hit that off in the back. Mm-hmm.
Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check. Mic check, mic check.
There we go.
There
We
you go.
back. All right. All right. So go ahead. Let's hear your story. We got to get this thing right now. We got to get it right, but we gonna get it right. All right. Perfect. All right. Big shout out to Jay in the chat. All right. Go ahead. Let's get it. Let's hear your story.
Well, like I said, I started boxing in Puerto Rico at a very young age. I think I was 8 years old when my dad took me to a boxing gym for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was fighting until I was 16 years old. Then I left, came to the state, lived in Syracuse. Then from Syracuse for a couple fights, Golden Gloves and stuff, and then moved to Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. That's what's up. So you from Puerto Rico?
I was born and raised in Puerto Rico.
What part of Puerto Rico?
I was born in Rio Bayamon,
Bayamon.
and I grew up in Rio Piedra.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm from
Okay.
the
I've
city.
been to Puerto Rico one time. Matter of fact, twice.
Yeah.
And I was in San Juan. And the only thing I remember about San Juan is that shit was expensive like Six Flags, nigga.
Yeah, it is. It
we-
is. It's-
I think I bought an $8 Pepsi down there. It was bad. It was
Well-
bad. But I know on the outskirts and the more indigenous parts, it's a lot cheaper, a lot more,
yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I left when I was 16 in 1980, and
Okay.
I haven't been back ever since. So,
And you moved straight to Pennsylvania?
No, I went to upstate New York.
Upstate New York,
Syracuse, outside of Syracuse.
How long was you up there?
I was there for about 6 years, then I moved to Pennsylvania.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
so you've been here for a long time.
Yeah, since I want to say 86, I've been here in Pennsylvania.
Oh, so you're from Lehigh Valley, then? You're from Pennsylvania. Once you live somewhere longer than where you came from,
Oh no, yeah.
you're from Pennsylvania. I think I got about another 12 years before I'm from Easton.
No, I've been in Allentown since '86. All my kids were born here, so.
How many kids you have?
I got 3 kids.
3 kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Are any of them in sports?
No. Unfortunately, no. No, they saw me getting home, beat up and cut and stuff. They didn't want to. No, 2 boys, 1 girl. Yeah, my 2 older boys, they're in the 30s, so they never want to deal with boxing.
And then what was your journey? Like, how did you start working with the youth, and what made you want to start working with the youth?
Well, in the beginning, when I first came to Pennsylvania, my nephew wanted to box too. So he was a boxer anyway. We started in upstate New York. So he wanted to follow my footsteps too as a fighter. So I started training him and then he got his friend involved and his other friends involved, and that's how I started training fighters
Okay.
slowly and build up my I guess reputation as a boxing coach.
So that's what you currently still do right to this day?
Until this day, I do that. Not as I used to in the beginning, because due to my job, and I usually work a lot of hours. But whenever I had the time, I'm at the gym training the guys.
And what gym is this?
I go to Indios Gym. It's in Allentown.
Indio's Gym?
Indios Gym.
I feel as though one of my good friends boxes out of Indio's Gym. His name is Chris. He's a young white kid. He's about 23 years old. I think he actually, you met him here. He just got into a motorcycle accident, so he missed his last fight. But he was like 26-0 amateur. Like, he's good. He's really good, and he fights out of that gym. So, yeah, okay, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
right
so
there.
we got some good fighters. We just came back from, actually, I went to Oswego this past weekend. First on Friday, last Friday, we fought at the Wind Creek right here in Bethlehem.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, we had a couple pro fighters. They did pretty well. They won, and all good. And then the next day, we packed up and went to upstate New York for another 4 hours driving to another competition.
Okay, that's dope. My sons are into boxing. I got to get them back in it. They was boxing at Showstoppers Boxing Gym.
Oh yeah, Dave is a good man.
Dave is definitely a good man. Bumblebee is there. He got some good fighters over there.
Yeah, I worked with Dave when Dave was fighting amateur. I worked in his corner a couple of his fights, so I know Dave pretty well.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's what's up, man. So let me ask you a question. If I start doing my push-ups and I start running 2 miles a day, you think you can train me to be a Golden Gloves?
Well,
or it's over?
Yeah, we still got time.
I still got time.
We still got time for that. Yeah.
All right. Just making sure. Okay. All right. So, what would you say is the most fulfilling aspect of working with the youth, for working with these kids? What would you say fulfills you the most?
Well, seeing them succeed in their sport, watching them putting all that effort, that work, and no matter what the outcome is, just seeing them that they working hard to do something better for their life. That's basically. Yeah.
And would you say, it's a good deterrent to keep the kids out of the streets, to keep them from, thugging, drugging, and bugging?
Yeah, definitely. As I was growing up, living in Puerto Rico, I saw a lot of young kids falling into the wrong direction, and that's what kept me in the gym instead of the street.
Okay, so it kept you out of the street yourself.
Yeah, I never went into the street, but that kept me with more reason to stay in the gym, watching my friends get into trouble, drugs, and crime and stuff like that. So watching them going through all of that, I said, I'm better off in the gym than in the street.
In the streets.
Yeah. So
Did you ever have a child that Did you ever have a child that maybe you were, was in the gym, that you was, mentoring, counseling up, that chose the streets and then it didn't end good for him? Like, do you have those examples, stuff like that?
Yeah, I have a few of the kids that I trained. Fortunately, didn't took it the right way, and they went into the street and end up in the wrong direction. Some of them, they saw what they were doing, and they stepped they kept themselves in the gym, and are where they are right now.
Right.
Right now we have a kid in Allentown, well in Bethlehem. He lives in Bethlehem, but he trains with us at the gym, and he's number 1 in the world right now.
Really?
Yes.
What's his name?
Jonathan Rodriguez.
Jonathan Rodriguez?
Yes.
Okay.
Jonathan
Hey, Jonathan Rodriguez, let me hold $5. You number 1 in the world? You got it.
Yeah, he
Cash
just.
App is
Yeah, we just
We dropping cash apps.
last November 18, we were in Los Angeles fighting against a former world champion. We beat him, took him in the first round, and now we rank number 1.
That's
Yeah,
good. That's
yeah.
what's up.
Yeah.
Did you have any of your students go to the Olympics
No, but two of them competed in the Olympic trials.
in the Olympic trials?
Yes.
Okay.
And that right there is a good
That's
thing.
good.
to
I mean,
be
that's-
able to
that's-
compete. Like,
Yeah.
people don't realize that every accomplishment is an accomplishment.
No.
No
Right,
matter how
right,
big
right.
or small, it's an accomplishment.
Yeah, that's true. So two of my boys, they went to the Olympic trials and didn't get the win. I mean the big wins, but we got a few wins to rank us. So we were up there.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you are watching on any platform, we are giving out cash apps to the 100th comment. 100th comment on any platform is getting a cash app tonight. So, and we about to get into some intriguing conversation. But the first thing we're going to do is have these good interviews with these community leaders we got over here. But just know that we are giving out cash apps tonight. We giving out prizes every week, and we giving out that trip to Miami. Okay, you inbox us and show that you liked, comment, shared, and subscribe to the podcast on any platform, and we're going to make sure that you are automatically entered to win our grand prize trip to Miami coming up this spring. So we appreciate all of our viewers for watching. If you are watching on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, any of our platforms, make sure you like, comment, and share the status. You automatically are entered to win once you subscribe as well to win our trip to Miami. So all right, so I mean, I think this is very interesting. You know what I mean? We want to pride ourselves in bringing more of these community activists and leaders onto the podcast to tell your story, so that we can try to inspire the youth and inspire the kids to follow a different path. You understand what I'm saying? So we definitely appreciate you for telling us a little bit of your story. And we have. Should we give it to him now, or should we?
We can wait.
We can wait. All right, we'll wait. We do have something for you, but we'll wait on that.
All right.
I want to get to Master for a second, and we're gonna talk to you for a second about your contributions to the community and the youth and what you got going on. Just give us a little background of what you got going on
And who you are.
and who
how
you are
started.
and all of that.
Man, Master Rigsby, of course, you guys.
Speaking
already
to the
know that's my name.
mic.
You guys
Speaking
know
to the
that's what
mic
my
and speak
name
up.
is. I'm originally from Florence, South Carolina.
Okay.
I actually moved up here like when I was about
Hey, Sequoia.
11, 12 years old. Moved up here with my mom, my three siblings. Let's see what else. Then there was like a whole like spiel that was going through right there. We went up in a foster care, out of foster care. Was in there like twice. You feel what I'm saying? So then after that, I went down south with my dad. Then ended up coming back up here when I was about 17, going on 18. There was a lot of trials, a lot of struggling going on with my mom. So then after that, I guess, I don't know. I was just trying to figure out and just like find my way of like, who I wanted to be. Just like learning myself. I actually met this guy named Kevin Carter. His name is Kevin Carter. He's actually been like my mentor since I moved out here. And he had me playing basketball. I wasn't very good at it, you feel me? But that was like, my like getaway right there. So that's kind of like what I jumped into. And he was a behavioral therapist. So, and him being a behavioral therapist, he worked with me a lot. But, with me playing basketball and him, being who he is, he also saw like, how good I was with kids. So he kind of like wanted me to pursue, that path as well. And I mean, I didn't know exactly how to start in the beginning, so that's why I turned to the YMCA. And I actually started off as a volunteer basketball coach.
Nice.
I worked there with Mike Macharski. We did that every Saturdays. And that was before I even, started actually working there, because I was doing that just so I could get into the gym to play basketball free. You feel what I'm saying? So, like, that was like the way you come in there, volunteer coach for a little bit, you play basketball the rest of the day. So I was cool with that. But afterwards, they actually gave me, a job as a front desk representative, and, that was good. I started getting a lot of respect for the kids. A lot of kids came inside, see you play basketball, you build that type of connection with them. So then after building those type of connections, I guess I moved up. I started working inside the childcare facility, childcare area. So I was working with like pre-K2, pre-K3, pre-K4, school-age kids. Then I started building close relationships with them, and that right there was like when I realized exactly like what my like real calling was. You feel me?
Right.
Because
So let me ask you, would you say that someone who grew up in the foster system and understands the need for young children to have these sort of mentors and these sort of outlets to individuals that have, can lead them on the right direction, would you say that that was, a catalyst or partially, of the reason that you knew the importance and the necessity, or that you knew you wanted to go into helping kids out and stuff like that?
Yeah, I can honestly say, yeah, because it's more of like a make or break thing. Like for me, I can say it's more of like a mindset. Like if you realize it, like what do you want to do with it afterwards? Do you want to break down and let it, tear you up from the inside, inside out, or do you want to let it build you and make something better out of it?
Right.
That's fire,
so you
brother.
ultimately have that choice. You may not know where to go with it, but you can make that decision. Hardest thing to do is take the first step. But like once you figure it out, everything else is as good as eating pie. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Facts.
Right.
So yeah, I can definitely say like going through those struggles and stuff. It definitely it's like it kind of like it matures you early, but then it kind of makes you like mentally tough. Like once you go out to the real world, like once you understand reality. You feel what I'm saying? So it's more like instead of crumbling it and I guess going inside like the fetal position kind of sort of when like chaos comes, it's like this is just something that I've seen before, or something that I've seen somebody else go through and they handled it this way. So now because they handled it this way and the outcome was bad, let me handle it this way and see how the outcome comes.
Right. Okay, that's what's up. Would you say that you have a child or a kid that you feel as though you directly affected his life in a way? You know what I'm saying? Or is it a general thing, or is it like, man, Lil Ray, man, I really changed his life, man. He in Princeton.
What's crazy? It's not a selective thing. It's not a selective thing. I can honestly say like my impact comes more towards the men, the young boys, basically. Like I've had young boys come to me from Rob. They all talking however they want to out in the streets and stuff like that. They come inside. I'm real big on like regulation, I'm real big on respect, like, don't eat chips up there if you want to eat at your house, because there be consequences for that. Don't curse at the elderly people, make sure everything is calm, cool, and collective. That's what I tell the kids all the time. It's like, my main duty is to make sure that you're okay. It's how it basically, it's like running the YMCA. It's like running like it's your house,
Yeah.
You protect
That makes
everybody
sense.
that's inside of it, especially if they respect you. But if they disrespect you, there's always consequences. You feel what I'm saying?
What type of consequences?
Sometimes, like, let's say if a kid...
Can you beat him?
Let's say if
That was my question.
Can you beat they little asses?
That was my
it's like,
question.
all right, so let's say, like, it was a couple of times where I had, like, some of the, like, young kids, they want to come inside and play basketball for the day, but, they don't have, they may not have the money, and, they might try to sneak in. It's something typical that happens, because, the kids, they want to play with their friends, but there's a way to go about it. So if I was to catch a kid, sneaking inside, I'd be like, watch these watch these mirrors, or watch the windows, basically. Watch the windows, on it. And it would take maybe 15 minutes to do them on. After that, just like go upstairs and play basketball. And then, give them a little pep talk afterwards, be like, there's like consequence for doing this stuff, in the real world. And some of them understand that, you feel me? But it's like they not gonna understand until somebody actually tells them. They want the guidance, but it's so many people that applaud, you know, things
be
like
a-
that. Exactly.
Right,
So
right,
they'll
right.
think it's the right thing to do.
So do you have any kids that you feel as though, damn, I tried, I seen a lot of potential in that young man, and he chose another path, and then now as a result he is in a bad position, a bad predicament? Do you see the both sides of each coin, like helping kids to get to a better level, but then also trying and watching them choose a different path?
Yeah. I can't say personally that I ever because all the kids when they come inside, everything is about respect. Like literally, everything leads down to respect. Even if y'all arguing about basketball, like you can feel how you feel, the other person can feel how they feel. But at the end, make sure y'all respect each other. You feel me? So I can't say it's ever been like a kid where I tried to mentor that on them and they didn't take it.
Right,
I even had this one kid. His name was Isael, and he was about 5 foot flat, and he was maybe a $110. And he played basketball, but he played with a chip on his shoulder, so he was always fighting. Yeah,
At 5 foot, you gotta play with a chip on your shoulder.
You feel what I'm saying? I understand exactly where you're coming from. You feel me?
Yeah.
And that's the thing when you tell them that you understand why they are the way that they are, they begin to open up to you, and they'll tell you things that come from home, and why they do this when they're over here, and they'll actually start to open up and vent to you actually. But you have to get them to that point. You can't do that by applauding the things that they do, or always yelling at them or degrading them, every time they do something wrong, because in that sense they're misunderstood. It's not just them making a mistake, it's also you teaching them a learning experience.
Right. Okay,
I'm humble sitting here,
I
man.
like that.
Yeah, great, bro.
So that kind of leads us into our first topic of the night, actually.
Before
it
you
really does.
do, I got a promo on my camp. If that's
You got
okay.
a what?
I got a basketball camp on the. If it's okay, can I promo?
Go ahead.
I got a basketball camp for all kids, boys and girls, ages 9 through 17, at Burley's Gym, December 23rd, 3 to 5 p.m. There's going to be beverages served, and we're giving out free copies of the book Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad Poor Dad. Reason being, because I have the album coming out with the same name on the same day. The kids are $15, the adults are free, but you're going to be in a real state of mind. Also, January 4th, we're in Austin, Texas for a real estate seminar on wholesaling and 401k.
All right.
Thank you, good brother.
So you're a community leader yourself, it seems
I
like.
can't say that. I can't say that. Sit next to you, gentlemen. They do more than me, man. I just try to add more eyes to my products while giving back to the community at the same time.
Okay.
Being a leader
I wouldn't say a
is just
leader.
doing your part, man.
I'll take that, black man. Thank
Good,
you, brother. I
because I'm
appreciate
glad you
that,
said
man.
no, because we don't got a plaque for you, nigga.
I don't get no plaque.
I ain't get you a plaque, goddammit. So yeah, I'm glad you said no. All right, good. It's like,
So, is there any resources that you guys can share with everybody, or where they can go, or how they can become part of the YMCA? I know doesn't they have a program where you can make payments, or how they can go about that? How kids
ladies
can
and
get into
gentlemen, if you are
boxing?
on Facebook,
Samantha,
Twitter,
yes, it
Instagram,
is.
if you on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, make sure you comment on the status. We giving away cash apps to the 100th comment on all platforms.
And share the live.
And
Share the
Make
live.
sure
Share
you
the live.
If you want to win some money, it's free. Just comment, enjoy the conversation. We about to get into our 4 topics of the night. We wanted to get into our interview with our community leaders first, but go ahead, answer the question, Master,
And then we'll go to Lewis, and then you already.
and then we'll go to
did yours.
Lewis, and then we'll start with these interesting questions.
Let's get to it.
Well, unfortunately, right now, I do want to tell everyone that we had a fire June 6th. So we've actually been down for about 6 months now. So everything's actually being rebuilt. We've already opened up. We've had our childcare open up for a while. That's on the complete opposite side of all the damage that's happened. So right now, we're just basically, fixing up the entire right side so that we can be opened up.
Right.
It's not going to be anytime soon, but it's going to happen, I want to say, maybe sometime in the beginning of the new months next year.
Okay, all right,
And
that's
Lewis,
what's up.
How can anybody get into boxing, or
Take the mic.
where's the gym at,
Give
the
him the mic.
location? Yeah, y'all have to pass the mic back and forth. Sorry.
Well, the boxing gyms that we have in Allentown, 1523 is Woodland Street in Allentown. You could reach us there. Give us a call, 484-860-5162. And we got
All ages are welcome.
all ages are welcome.
You sure?
Oh,
'Cause
What
you
age?
looked at me
What
kinda
age do they
funny when
start?
I
Can we
said
bring
I
a
wanna-
5-year-old in there?
Hey, you could bring a 5. Actually, we got
You
kids.
looked at me
5
kind of
and
funny
6
when I
years.
said I
Yeah.
want to be a Golden Glove.
I mean, they could come. Yeah, any age from you 5 up to I don't know, 99.9. I guess.
99.9.
Yeah. So it's all good. Yeah, I mean, as long as you're able to move your hands and walk, then you're ready to learn how to throw punch.
I know that's right.
Yeah. That's
All
good.
right, so let's get to these questions of the night. I'm gonna start with Quana because you know we did the interview, so I want to hear from my girl real quick.
Okay.
And we talking about saving the youth. We talking about all of this. These fine young men over here that's dedicated their lives to try to fix youth. So let's get into the troubled youth. What do you think? Why do you think these youth are at such a disadvantage today? It's a lot of. I think they said in the last 20 or 30 years, kids is killing each other more. Kids is fighting each other more. Kids is disrespecting their parents more. Why you think the youth is such in a bad position today in America? And how do you think we can fix that?
Okay. I will honestly say I believe that it's the music, it's the TV, it's the community, it's the parents. I think a lot of people have fault into why. I think it's just us as a whole. I think that there's no more morals, the lack of respect. A lot of these children move like adults. And yeah, that's what I think. I don't think it's solely the parents' fault, but I do think a lot of parents are not equipped with what they need to be parents. Like most parents, we're only with our kids like 4 hours out the day. You know what I mean? Think about it. We pick them up from school at 3. Yeah, you get what I'm saying? We get home by maybe 3:30, 4 o'clock, depending on where you live. If they bedtime's like 8, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you don't got
so
that
it's
much
like,
time.
yeah, you know what I mean? So we're spending so much time working that we don't have time to really raise the kids. And back in the day, the woman used to stay home and they would have that parent figure. The dad would come and reinforce. So times are different. And I think we haven't adjusted and figured out how to raise these kids the right way.
So from what I heard you say, it's a trifecta. You got the media on their ass.
Mm-hmm.
You got the lack of parenting, not by the parents' own fault, but just inevitability of and then feminism. Because the feminism done put y'all in the workplace and took y'all out the damn house. So
Yeah.
so those are the 3 main reasons. Okay, all right, I respect that. Chat, I want to hear from the chat too. We giving out a Cash App to the 100th comment on either platform. So why do y'all think these kids is out here acting a damn fool way more than they been acting in the last however many years, 30 years? It's at an all-time, low. They out here drilling, killing, and all of the rest of it. Why do you think these kids is out here acting a fool? We giving out Cash App to the 100th comment. Make sure you like, share, and share the status. Lenny Coco, my main man, 50 grand. Why do you think the youth is so troubled nowadays? Why do you think they outside acting a damn fool? And what are some approaches you think we could take to fix it?
I think it's definitely number one reason and sole reason is social media.
Okay.
When I was in high school, I ain't have no phone to go on ESPN, nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? I have a friend who's a teacher. His student was watching NFL Network during homeroom, smoking a hookah out the window. And I was thinking like, damn, bro, I didn't have no access to none of this, bro. So I'm thinking social media, and I feel like so long as people like us and Shaq, who's a girls basketball coach, keep doing what we do, it's going to change, man.
So wait a minute. I'm trying to find a correlation on how social media deteriorated the school system to the point where
they're not paying attention.
Where they can smoke hookah out the window.
No, them
Like,
smoking
isn't
hookah.
that-
them,
but we still
them
had
smoking hookah.
we still had our phones, and we were still on our phones. And
Who had their
doing-
phones? How old are you?
Me?
Who
How
had
old do
their
you think I am? Let's guess.
When I was in 10th grade, this
No.
phone just
We
came
talking about
out.
ages. How old do you think I am?
24.
That
boy good, right? That boy good.
phone.
I'll take that. No,
That
you
boy
ain't
good. That boy good.
I'm about to be
But
35.
dead ass.
47 years old. It's like, no,
Dead ass. I brought this for a reason. When I was in 10th grade, this phone just came out. It's way different. You know what I'm saying? You have access to whatever you want now with Google, YouTube, all that. So they're not paying attention to what the teacher says. They're not doing nothing.
Yeah, but
on
we
their
also
phone.
wasn't allowed to have cellular devices, and the teachers actually took it. These days, these teachers don't take phones, and so many parents, because of all the school shootings and stuff like that, there's so many parents that is against their kids getting their phone taken away from them. When really, in all reality, I still do think that one, the safety should be within the security and staff and the teachers that are in there, and the phones should be taken if they're on it. Like if you don't, like, you know what I mean.
So I guess what you're saying is they was trying to do it for the gram so much that they was smoking hookah out the window.
No,
like,
that's not what
I
I'm
don't
saying.
understand
I got
how.
you. I'll break it down better.
Yeah, I don't understand how that's. To me, that's a deterioration in the school system. That your ass gonna be smoking hookahs out the window and watching NFL Network. It's like, where was the teacher at, nigga?
I
Like,
think the teacher was
what?
probably,
Like,
the
how
teacher
we
was probably on
blaming
the phone
social
too.
media for that?
Because we're all. I think all
I
of us.
blame the principal. I blame Principal Jackson, nigga.
And I have no
Damn.
problems with Allen. Like, so my daughter goes to Allen, and when I tell you that these little girls be going to the school, especially when the summertime started, they got on booty coochie cutter shorts, belly shirts, all types of stuff. When I called the school and asked them, I said, why is it that I'm dropping my daughter off and I see half naked young ladies outside? They said, oh, well, we try to send them home. I said, what do you mean you try? It's not hard to send them home. It's go home. They said, well, we have a lack of staff. They literally told me, you can call Allen right now. They do not have enough staff in that school to control the school. They are understaffed. When it comes to security, when it comes to everything, they are understaffed. They can't control them damn kids.
Well, I think that's when you get into the conversation of school uniforms and dress codes and
And they
different
need to
things
start
like that.
reinforcing them.
I mean, me personally, I think before you send a half-naked girl back to the streets where she can get whatever the hell, I think you better have some Allen High School T-shirts for them to put on. I mean, some 4Xs. Put
a
this
fact.
4X on.
That's a fact.
All right, put this
These
big
patches on
T-shirt on,
That's a
and you
fact.
know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Have
but
some-
also too, does the school have the funding for that? They're already understaffed, so that's another question too. But yeah, that would be definitely a great option. That they should have maybe like some type of closet where people can donate clothes. They could start with that. People can donate clothes so that when kids are dressed inappropriate, now you have to choose from this bin. You know
You know
what I
what they
mean?
could do,
too?
Or if you don't choose from this bin, we're gonna call your parent. You're gonna go home.
We giving out cash apps to the 100th comment, man. Get them comments up. If you on Facebook, if you on Twitter, if you on Instagram, we can see all of the comments from all different platforms. So if you on any platform, make sure you comment, like, share, but definitely comment because we giving out a cash app to the 100th comment tonight. All right, Lewis, I want to ask you.
And we'll go to the chats after.
And okay, and then after we talk to Lewis, we're gonna
Before
go
we
to the chats.
Master, we're gonna go to the chats.
I want to ask you, why do you think the youth is worse now than they ever been in the history of the youth?
Well, I grew up in the 70s, 60s and 70s, so it's a little bit different than what it is now, but more respect was back then than what it is now. It's a lot of respect. We had back then the teacher used to smack us for whatever we did wrong.
There
Now,
we go.
Yeah, hey,
There we go.
no, seriously. I mean, I believe that. I mean, I used to go to school, not scared, but I say I ain't gonna talk because I'm not gonna smack.
You ain't
Especially
trying-
not by a teacher, you know.
That's right, Lou.
But you know, I respect is the only thing that I think is missing.
That's interesting you say that because I look, I'm not that old, but I grew up in a time, even myself, where you could get beat by the teacher, you get beat by the neighbor, you get beat by your aunts and uncles, and then you get beat again by your moms and dad when you go
Exactly.
home.
Yeah.
Now you can't even get beat by your mom.
No, that's the difference.
They call it
yeah.
diapers on you if you get beat by your mother.
Yeah.
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 So look, the Bible says spare the rod and spoil the child, and it's true. Beat your kid's ass on every level, and that will put
I don't feel like that's necessarily true. I think that every kid, I definitely do think that every kid is different. I think that you will, like, as a parent, like I have 4 kids, so you know your children. Like some kids, honestly, that doesn't work for them. I do think that an ass whooping is definitely necessary at times, but that is not the only solution. and that shouldn't be the main. That shouldn't be the main solution. But I do think that it's sad because like even these days, like parents when these kids are having problems, why are we fighting each other's?
Ego.
That's a big thing that
You mean
I
why
see.
is the parents fighting each
The
other?
parents are fighting each other's.
Ego.
Like
Kids
these,
too.
yes.
Ego,
The-
pride,
the-
and love.
Some kids too.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? The
Perfectly
kids,
worded, brother.
the kids,
Kids,
the
perfectly
kids be fighting, and then the parents be like, "Oh, your daughter, oh, da 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 da, oh, my son." Like, there's no good communication
Yeah,
between
that's
the
true.
parents too.
That's true.
At the end, if somebody's bullying my son, I'm gonna tell my son to stick up for himself. Yes, because I tell my kids, I'll be like, I know it might sound bad, but I tell my kids, if somebody hit you, you hit them harder. Tell them keep their hands to themselves. But if I'm having a problem with somebody else's kid and my kid, I'm not going to beef with the parent. I'm going to reach out to the parent and say, hey, what's going on? Our kids are constantly fighting. You know what I mean? How can we solve this? That's what I'm trying to say. If they start beefing with me, I'm not no punk. We about to
Boom,
get it
slide up a little
pumping.
bit. Let's go to the chat real
But
quick.
what do you expect me to do? If I'm coming to you respectfully, you get what I'm saying? Because I always come respectfully and I come mature. But that's what I'm trying to say. It's hard as a parent.
I want to
talk
ask
to
the
other
chat.
parents.
Put a 1 in the chat if you
fire,
believe in
water.
beating your kids. Put a 2 in the chat if you believe in making them stand in the corner.
Mete a genoux.
Let's get to the comments real quick. All right, Samantha Annette Arias. Big shout out to Samantha Annette Arias. She been on the show,
Yes.
commenting faithfully. We appreciate you. She said, "That's why I embrace being able to be home with my children. I be on their necks." Right? Feminism took that from y'all. They try to make y'all work with us. We was getting all the money for y'all. Y'all could just stay home, take care of the kids, and all of that. And then they told you, no, you need to go work 20 hours a day and 100 hours a week so you can make the establishment more rich. All right, they took that from y'all. All right, Candace says, I don't even think we can fix many things nowadays. I disagree. I think we can fix it individually by putting discipline within our homes, putting more onus on the parents, but systematically it'll be a little bit harder. But I think we do that through unity and attacking the problem as a whole. We protest the wrong shit. Let's get out here and protest the fact that we need to beat our kids' asses again and diapers need to go the hell home.
Doesn't mean that. He's
Nah.
joking, y'all. He's joking.
I do believe kids can be changed. Me working with kids, I seen the change when they come to the gym. Like they 2-3 months later, 4 months later, how changed they are compared to how they walked into the gym. So when we get some good community leaders that work with the young kids, we see the changes.
Come
I
on, we
think
gotta
that's
put it out
definitely.
there. That's
I think
true.
that's definitely. I definitely do think that we need more resources as far as parents who cannot afford to put their kids in some of these sports and
True.
some of these things.
That's true.
Because that's another problem. You know what I mean? I think that kids that have that, I think it's very important. Like if you can get your kid into a sport, if they're into art, get them into an art class or art school. If they're into debating, get them on a debate team. I think it's very important for our kids to stay productive and find
That's
what
true.
they're good at because everybody
I
is
just
good at
find it-
something.
I just find it interesting that a lot of the parents that can't afford to get their kids in a boxing gym can afford an eighth and a goddamn bottle of Henny every other day. Like you could afford the shit you want. You could afford getting high and drunk and acting a fool, but you can't afford that $20-$30 a month for the boxing gym when it comes to your kids. We got to make sure that we are more, you know, we just a little bit more responsible with making sure that, you know what I mean, our kids become more of a priority than that
Shoot, I
damn
don't know
bottle
what
of
gym
Jack
you
Yeah,
talking about.
Daniels.
that's true, that's true.
$30 a month because ain't no gym no $30 a month.
How much is your gym? How much is Indios?
No, India's I'm only coaching there. India's the
Okay.
one who's in charge of the feeding
The
there.
feed,
I don't
Do you know
work
how
with
much
that.
it is or no?
No, not
Okay.
really.
The one
It's not
thing-
free though. Is it
No, it's
free?
not free. No.
No, but there is gyms at work. I could say that when I took my kids to Showstop and Boxers Gym, he definitely did work with me as far as like if I didn't have it one month, he would be like, all right, let me know. Like he worked with me. You know what I'm saying? And it's really important to have people like that in the community that actually care about the kids. You know
Right,
what I mean?
right,
because
right.
like my daughter, my oldest, is in cheerleading. Cheerleading's mad bread. Do you know how it's freaking expensive? Especially if they're on one of them legit
Give us an
cheerleading
example of
teams.
Expensive. Like, what's
Expensive. The damn shoes is $80. My niece, she's in cheerleading, but she's on like one of the legit teams. Her payment every month is like $400. They be traveling. You got to pay for traveling fees. You got to pay for bowls. You got to pay for this. It's like always some type of bill rolling in. And you got to remember when you have multiple kids and multiple kids is in different stuff. $100 a month for you. Then this one's doing this. It's $150 for this one. It's $75. That should be
why I ain't got no kids,
that it be
yo.
adding up. You gotta say I got 4 kids. So now, mind you, my 3 youngest ones are not in anything right now, but my youngest wants to get in ballet. That's expensive. You get what I'm saying? And my two sons, they want to get back in boxing, so I'm gonna get them back in boxing. But my daughter, she's in school and she just cheers for the cheerleading school, and I already spent like 2 something, and it just started.
Yeah.
Y'all
no,
making me sad,
some
man.
some
It just started,
some-
and she cheered for the school. I thought the shit was free. Why is it not free?
some programs are definitely more expensive than the other.
I want 7 kids. Y'all making me
Some are more expensive than the other, and that actually leads us into my next question. But before that, let me get to this Sequoia's comment. She says, "I think access to the internet has a lot to do with it. These kids don't even know what the difference between a dictionary or a thesaurus is because they can Google everything. Some children don't know what a index or glossary is, but they know how to twerk and cuss. Now that's a fact, you know."
And, I also want to piggyback on what she just said, because you also have to understand that. You also have to understand. I'm monotone naturally. It's my fault. But you also have to
Tonight we
understand
got Usher.
Like, even when parents have kids, they don't really teach them books. They don't put books in front of them, and teach them a sentence. They don't teach them signs. They don't
They
teach
give them iPads.
They give them an iPad. They give them
iPad,
YouTube
baby.
Kids, and now they got them watching Coco Melon for 48 hours. Like
Right.
that's why you feel me.
Hey,
So
don't
it's
be
not-
hating on Coco Melon.
Nah, I'm not hating, but come on now, Coco Melon gotta get turned off sometimes. You feel me? And
You
sometimes
know why?
the
'Cause it's
parent has to
easier.
actually interact. You know,
It's
what I
a
mean?
convenience.
It may be hard because some parents, they don't have that much time. But if you got that 2 hours out of your day, it was a hard day at work. You feel me? Wash, shower, get the kids to bed or whatever. You feel me? Like, take that time, that hour, that 45 minutes. That's all it takes, is to teach them, a couple of pages inside of the book, rather than putting a phone, an iPad, a MacBook, or whatever you want to put in front of them, and then having a computer basically teach them.
See, what I do with my kids is every night we read a book together. I have everybody read a page, and then I eat dinner with my kids pretty much every night. So I cook dinner at least 5 nights a week, and I sit with them at the table like 5 nights a week. But sometimes it be pissing me off, so I'd be like, I'm gonna go eat in the living room. Y'all can sit at the table. But I eat with my kids at the dinner table, and we go around and we talk to each other at that time. No devices, and we just communicate with each other's.
You know what I do? I beat him into submissions.
He's joking, y'all. He's joking.
So,
That's the
Master,
joke.
so you're the only one that didn't answer the question. So
I'm joking, guys.
Can you ask him the question? You remember the question?
Yes. The question was, why do you think the youth is out here acting a damn fool, and what steps can we take as a community to solve this problem of these kids drilling and killing and acting a damn fool? Because it's not the harder these kids portray themselves, the harder it is for us to break through and get through to them, right? These kids is thugging, especially once they start getting their own money. It's like, why I'm listening to you for?
So let me put you on pause real quick. Let me just say something real quick for everybody. There's no such thing as a bad kid. It's bad behavior.
Cap.
Everything. Nope.
Cap.
We can go, but let me continue. There's no such thing as a bad kid, just bad behavior. Something that they're doing, they learn from someone else. What you see, you usually become, especially if it's something that is just like you, like man see another man do something, or a woman see another woman do something. Now, to the question that you asked, I think it more comes down to undisciplined fathers. Also think it has a lot to deal with masculine mothers. And I also do think it has another big thing to deal with a weakened community.
Okay.
As well, you feel me? Because just if let's say if the father lacks or the mother lacks, single mother, doing her own, single father doing her own, the village, that's always been the requirement in the past. The village has that requirement to also raise that child as well, because the mom or the dad can't be there all the time. So that's where the community is supposed to step in and also help.
So question.
So how do the community step in and help if Miss Robin up the street can't pull a wooden spoon out and crack your ass in the knuckles no more like she could do back in '92?
Well, it's not about beating, chastising. It's all about redirecting. Mm-hmm. All of these kids want guidance, and if it's a kid that's getting beat at home and maybe come to school and he tries to pick up fights there because that's the only place he feels like he has any strength. It all stems from something, and you have to get down to the root of what's really going on with that child mentally to really understand exactly, you know, what they need moving forward.
Okay, I can rock with that. I disagree that there's no such thing as bad kids, but I definitely I agree that there's a lack of discipline somewhere. But you know, when you got 2-year-olds and 5-year-olds that you be like, Ray, put that down, and then they look at you.
But listen. Ray,
And they just pick it up again. You be like, I said put it down.
Ray
Then you got
can't
other
even
ones
speak
that'll
yet,
put
though.
it directly
Ray
down.
can't even speak. Ray don't even know that fire is fire.
But
Until
Ray
he burn
know what he
himself and
doing,
be like,
though.
I told you what that was.
Yeah, I
You
guess
feel what I'm
so.
saying? It's all about redirecting. You know,
But
sometimes it's gonna take them
these
like
kids
trying
is
it out
bad.
themselves, but at that age they're curious. They want to learn. Like, you know, it's not them trying to get in trouble. It's them like, what is this?
Yeah, and they want to see if they can push the limits.
Yeah.
So that would be them trying to get in trouble
But
then.
that's where you redirect.
But some kids don't want to be directed. I was one of those kids. Like, I always had a problem with authority. You know what I'm saying? I knew good, I knew bad. I just wanted to do what I wanted to do. So I have no kids myself. But
So could
know-
I also ask you a side question? Were you also raised in a 2-parent household?
Absolutely.
Okay then.
That's one of the reasons I rebelled.
Dang man, I don't know, bruh. I don't know on that part. Is there anything that you may have seen that may have like, you know, push you to, you know, be that type of, you know,
Was it a
rebellious
stable,
child?
happy 2-parent household?
I had the best childhood in the world. I just wanted to be a vagabond. I just wanted to be somebody that caused trouble because I knew it would give me more vagina.
John Morant.
Well, see, but that right there is interesting that he said that, because that's when you go to the society that we live in. Who is making it, you know, acceptable that the dregs of society, that the downtrodden of society are the ones that we look up to instead of down at? Who made it that the thugs and the criminals and the vagabonds, as he said, was the ones who get the most coochie? Because it wasn't always that way. It was at a certain time where if you was an overt criminal, or if you was an outcast to society, that women respected you a little less, that they, you know, you had some girls who liked they bad
What time
boys.
frame was that?
That was before the 60s.
Yeah. Girls like bad boys. Bro.
No, not always.
Always, bro.
Not always. And look, they might be attracted to, you know, the freedom or the danger because they're young, whatever, but they never took them people seriously as they're taking them now. Nowadays, the worst of us is being put on a pedestal, and that's society, right? Like, I mean, you said you wanted to be a thug, and because thugs got more girls, but
Gangster, not a thug.
a gangster, whatever. But it wasn't always that way. Maybe the gangsters with money, maybe the gangsters that, you know, that translated that gangsterism into money, but niggas that was just out here thugging, they didn't always get the top of the notch. You feel me? But I want to get to this comment real quick from Andre. He says there's no more discipline. Also, because parents have lost control. The youth today are more conscious and are tired of empty promises from adults. We need more positive role models. I agree there. I agree there. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you want to get them out of this one type of behavior or get them out the streets, you got to offer them some sort of path that's better. You feel me? And it can't be a path filled with false promises. So I kind of agree there.
You ever had somebody like tell you not to do something, but then you see them doing it? Like,
Yeah.
that's how the kids be looking at it now. It's like, what are you doing? Like, you know, what are you doing? You know,
It's the do as I say, not as I do
you
type
gotta be a
deal.
leader.
Listen to
Yeah, and I also think
not
even
the
as
messenger.
parents, also who you date and who you're involved with has a lot of who your kids like look up to. You know what I
Right.
mean? So a lot of these women are dating men who are disrespectful, drug dealers, you know what I mean, dressing like thugs.
So you admit it's the
and
woman's fault.
it's not just women.
All right,
Men
Draco.
Too. Men too. Like, if you're a man and you're bringing multiple women around your son, and you're making your son think that it's cool to sleep with multiple women, and just, you know, judging women just off their bodies, like, that's what you're gonna produce. You're producing what you went through, and people are doing what they went through. They're basically pushing it on their kids. You get what I'm saying? They're dressing their sons just like the guy who cheated them and dragged them through the mud and have them watching the same videos. Like,
I've seen
it's
it.
like, you get what I'm saying? It's like you're making a replica of the bullshit you went through.
They just know what they know.
Yeah, and I think that that's worse in the black community and Hispanic community, which is the black community to me. We all live together. But I think it's worse in our community than other communities, let's just say, because, you know, the imaging we see, you talked about the music, but the imaging we see, you know, it's the same type of, you know, thug gangster narrative type shit that's being portrayed and proliferated throughout the, you know, media and all of that. And I don't think that applies to other races, quote unquote. You know what I mean? Like, you know, young white girl growing up is not being bombarded with the same expectation of gangsterism from her man that a young black girl is, or a young Hispanic girl. It's like we gravitate more towards thugs because that's what we identify with on television and the music and whatever the hell it is. You know, we see this overt conditioning that's being, you know, pushed upon us, you know what I mean? And I don't think that exists necessarily in other races. So while you may have had, you know, back in the day in the 50s, whatever, you know, oh, I want a bad boy who rides a motorcycle and wears a leather jacket. You know, that's how white girls' bad boys was. He rides a motorcycle and wears a leather jacket and he smokes marijuana. But our young women are gravitating towards killers and drillers, thug dealers. These niggas is outside. You know what I mean? So I think that the dynamic is much different for us than it is for them.
So Samantha said these kids are gonna do what they are raised around and seeing, and I definitely do agree that has a big impact on things. Like even like, you know, everybody knows how I am. Everybody knows my social media, how my social media is. But like when you see like my 6-year-old dance, my 6-year-old's not twerking, shaking her ass. I don't do that around my kids, in front of my kids. Like my adult life and my private life is my private life. Now don't get me wrong. I know when they get older, they, you know what I mean, social media. They're gonna be like, damn, mom was lit. But I let my kids be kids. I don't have them in grown folks' business and grown folks' problems. That's another thing. A lot of these kids are grown. You get what I'm saying? These kids know that they daddy done cheated on their mama 6 times, and you get what I'm saying? Mommy out there doing this, and that's what I'm about to say. And mama out there doing this, and daddy calling mommy a hoe. Like these kids are witnessing and seeing this. So what do you think is gonna come from the kids? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you know, my dad used to say it all the time. People would blame the parents for kids, you know, what the kids is going through, and it's only the parents. You got to blame the parents. You know, it ain't society. You got to blame parents first and foremost. But my father used to ask an interesting question, and that was, well, who the fuck taught the parents? The same fucked up ass, miseducating ass system taught the parents. So, you know, we not coming from a situation where our parents was necessarily taught the best either. You know what I'm saying? Like, so, you know, it definitely an interesting dynamic there because shit, you know, hey. So look, let me ask Lewis a question. What do you think the government can do to help these troubled youth out, or do you think it's even on them?
Well, I'll be honest with you. On
speaking to the mic,
when I opened my gym in 2008, there was a group called Weed and Sea. I don't know if you ever heard of them, but they were here too.
Weed and See?
Weed and See.
They had them in
Yeah.
South Carolina.
Oh, Wait and See.
No, Weed and See, like weed.
Weed? Like,
yeah, Weed and See.
Weed and See, okay.
Yeah, that was a program that was helping the youth, the community, and the government actually took it from all of us. That's what left me having to close my gym earlier than what I was supposed to close it. I was looking into be there for at least 10 years or so. Within about 5 years, my gym had to close because I started. They were helping me with, you know, taking the kids to trips for competition. They were helping me with the rent, you know, to pay the bill that I.
And they shut it down.
They took
The government shut the whole thing down. So
wow,
that alone took everything away from us. You know, I had to come out of my pocket to, you know, take the kids from here to there to here, because I was only charging $10 a month for the kids to be in the gym and work out.
Wow.
My gym was full, a lot of people. Yeah, and then I took kids from the city that they never left the block from where they were living to go into national tournaments, and
wow,
it was great. I mean, the look in their eyes when we go into trips, and, you know, wow, I never stayed in a hotel before, and they were saying,
Yeah.
5-star hotel because we made the team, and they took that from us.
They took
So
the funding.
they
That's
took
crazy.
the funding, so they kill us right there. And we try to keep it open. Me and a few of the parents, try to keep the gym open, but unfortunately we couldn't. It was too much money. So we had to
That's
leave
crazy.
the gym. Yeah. So the government, if they, instead of building cells, they should build more program for young kids. Be better.
Yep. And then they will have
It's-
less cells.
It's
to fill.
interesting
Exactly.
you said that. Then I want to get to my man Capone comment real quick. Because whenever somebody type that long, they feel passionate. I want to read that. But it's interesting you said that because we have these movements like defund the police.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody is like, yo, defund the police. What you trying to take the police out the community? You want? Oh yeah, you hate the police so much. But the reality is, defund the police is only saying stop giving these niggas new cars every year, new bulletproof vests every year, new guns every year, new tasers every year,
Right.
all this different shit. Take some of the funding from them. Okay, and give some of that funding back to these programs that they shut down for you.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes,
that's what
exactly.
defund the police mean. It don't mean take all the funding away and shut
No.
down the police department.
No, you're
it
right.
just means how do you have $1 million and $5 million and $10 million every 2 quarters to give them
2024
all
cars.
new
Every new year. they get a new
2024,
car.
2025?
They got
Yeah.
dirt bikes too and all
Niggas
that.
them
They don't need all
niggas to
that.
use the 2022s.
Yeah.
And them same Rugers that they had since you know what I'm saying, since 2021. You don't need to keep giving them funding and money and or every year while you're taking away money from these programs that like this. And I'm from the hood. And growing up in the hood, I always realized that the outskirting communities, and every nigga from any hood in America could tell you this, the outskirting communities got way more funding for community programs and youth programs than we did. Okay?
That
So
is a
that's
fact.
still a problem, once again, that is unique to us in the inner cities. Bruh, I watched Woodbridge, Middlesex, Scotch Plains, South Plainfield, all these niggas build these big ass community centers with skating rings and this and that. Their little league, you know what I'm saying? And Pop Warner, they had their own locker rooms with their names on the top. My son was playing football in the hood. I had to take him to the white community. This nigga, they was having pep rallies. He had his own locker with his name on it, leaving this all types of shit.
You know what's crazy about that?
And the when he was playing in the inner city, it was just a dirt field and a small little locker room. When I took him to the white neighborhoods, they had the track, the state of the art locker rooms. They had the field. Then right next to it, they had the Charles Crane Community Center with all types of basketball courts, and I mean huge. And when he finished playing football there and went to middle school, they was tearing all of the locker rooms down and rebuilding them. And I'm like, how they got all this money, but he was playing in the inner city? They didn't have any of this. So it's a shame that they take away these things. And I think partially it's because they don't want to see us successful. They want to see us in jail. Because them motherfuckers make sure that the inmates get $40,000 federal subsidies every single year.
That's
but
part
you
of the
can't.
money. That's
But
a
you
part of the
can't.
money.
You can't
I
make
can-
weed and what is it called? Weed and try?
No, it was called We Didn't See.
Weed and C is getting defunded.
You know, I was
Goddamn
gonna
shame.
say focus on some Jersey stuff. Springfield Avenue, right? It starts on Milburn. Streets are beautiful, no potholes. You go down, Maplewood starts getting a little worse. Boom, Irvington, the same exact block. Mad potholes, bad alcohol stores, bad churches. It's a setup, man.
Slide up.
And there's no reason why. Also,
Comment by a poem.
No, but I definitely do believe that because I moved out here from South Jersey about 4 years ago. And when I was in South Jersey, I'm telling you, like, I never, like, when I mean my kids had so much stuff.
what
like
part of
my-
South Jersey?
I was in Ocean County, New Jersey. So my daughter
That's like
was
by
in
Atlantic City?
gymnastics. I never had to pay anything. They paid for it fully. My kids were a part of the churches. The churches help. And I mean, there was so much help out there and so much stuff for the kids to do. And out here, there's nothing. It's hard. It's just hard out here. Like, even like I said, so this week I'm actually going to Allen because they have a parent meeting thing going on where they're getting funding and we can go and discuss what we want to do with the funding. But the fact that Allen is understaffed, and that's one thing a lot of parents don't know. They're understaffed. If there's a big fight in Allen, our kids are in danger. They don't have security. They are understaffed. They literally told me that. I've called multiple times.
A friend was just telling me that yesterday.
You know what I mean? These kids are walking in and out of the school. We had 2 times this year already that the school got shut down because one time there was a gun in it and the other time there was a gun threat. Why the hell does Allen not have metal detectors by now? I mean, you know what I mean? Why? I'm not understanding this. Like, I get it that, but in the times that we live in, I'm not understanding. If y'all can't get metal detectors, y'all need to have enough security in the school.
Yeah,
you get what I'm saying?
No, that's 100%.
The fact that they're
We
literally
had
telling me
metal
that they're
detectors.
understaffed, that they can't even send kids home that are dressed inappropriate because they don't know what to do. Like, my daughter tells me, like, the kids run the school.
That's a shame.
That's asylum.
That's a shame. Allen is
That's
bad.
a madhouse.
My boy Capone says, to add on to that, there's a lot of absent fathers in these kids' lives. Also, so when that happens, then the kids gravitate to the streets and their friends. So I feel like fathers should be there more for their kids because there's things that a mother can't teach a son, and vice versa. There's some things that a mother can teach a daughter more than a father. I 100% agree with that. You know what I mean? It's fathers do need to be more present in the household, and you know that goes back to the government for me because I talked about it just 2 weeks ago. LBJ, Lyndon Baines Johnson, how he created the Great New Deal and how they incentivized father absence via the welfare system. They gave you money and Section 8 and child support and cash assistance and all of this. If your father wasn't in the house, it literally incentivized father absence through the welfare system. And it gave women an outlet to not have to, rely on a man, not only rely on a man, but not have to deal with a nigga. Like, you feel me? And it gave them incentive to be like, listen, you go ahead, nigga, because guess what? I'm going to get this Section 8. I'm going to get this child support. I'm going to get all of this, that, and the third. And it gave them that incentive. When back in the day, before that, you had to work with your significant other for better or worse. That was a real life vow that we took, and it was something that kept the nuclear family together. You feel me? Now we got a lot of women that's marrying the government, basically. Got the government paying their rent, government paying for their food, government paying for their, you know what I'm saying? And then they raking the men through the coals. You know what I'm saying? So it's a lot of that is a lot of the reason why you got fathers not in the house.
I definitely do agree to that, but for the fathers that are just really just deadbeats, as mothers, my best advice to you is just to get your kid into some type of sport or something, because I think it's very important to have them they can get that male guidance and stuff from somebody else. And that's the reason why, like, I've been like working on getting my kids all back into whatever they want to do. And my sons do not like basketball at all, so they told me they want to go back to boxing. And then, like, for some women, like, we don't have that option. Like, you know what I mean? You know, for me, my kid's father passed away, and he was a great father.
Rest
so,
in
like,
peace.
Thank you. So for me, the only way for my kids to have a male in
Boys
their
and
life
Girls Club
would
and
be
stuff like
would be either one, if I eventually find somebody, but I'm not about to just find somebody just solely for that. It would have to be because I honestly love them. So
There's
I
a lot
have
of
to put
dudes
them
that'll
into
do
a
that for you,
program.
though.
Yeah. All right, we got audience question real quick. All right, go ahead. They want to know how old is Quana's sons?
My son is 9 and 7.
9 to 7 years old. And he also wants to know, give him the mic. They also want to know, where is the Luis's gym?
My gym is 1523 East Woodland Street in Allentown.
East Woodland Street in
Yes.
Allentown.
No, I don't.
He don't got a business card, but we're going to make sure we get you the Facebook page and all that. Big shout out to our studio audience. We love our studio audience. We love you. You can't do it without y'all. All right. Let's get into our next topic. We are already at 10:15. We only got 45 minutes left, and we only did one damn topic.
It's a good topic.
It was a good topic. So, okay. All right. Now. All right. So we're going to get into our next topic, and the next topic is the belief in God. Do you believe in God? I want to know this.
It's right down there.
It's a lot of people who don't believe in God no more. If you're in the chat, I want you to put 1 for God, 2 for no God. 1 for God, 2 for science. All right. If you believe in God, and I really want to know the truth. Don't give me a political answer. If you truly believe that God don't exist or that, you know, evolution, whatever, then tell me it. Tell me it. I want to start with Master on this one.
Are we able to do any call-ins today or no?
Oh yeah, we can do some call-ins. I just got to plug the phone.
So how do they got to call in?
Can you put the number, phone number?
So,
on?
ladies and gentlemen, I'm very excited about this. Make sure you guys are liking, sharing, commenting. We are going to be giving a cash giveaway to the 100.
Ain't no 1.5. Don't be putting 1. She put 1.5. YouTube on YouTube.
And we're about to have call-ins, so we are going to be able to take somebody's call, and you can call in and tell us how you feel, whether you believe in God or not.
Yeah, we want to know. So let's start with Master. Do you believe in the Almighty Creator, God Himself?
Yeah, I believe in God. I don't believe in religion though.
You don't believe in religion? That's interesting. But isn't God and religion like aren't they synonymous?
Nah, religion is man-made. Every religion has a book worshiping the same thing.
That boy's smart.
Okay, so the word religion, when you break it down to the etymology of it, you got the word re, which means to to do again, right, or to bring back to, and then you got legion, right, which means to align yourself or realign yourself, right? So when you talk about religion, you're talking about realigning yourself with God. Okay, so you believe in religion, you just don't believe in the religions of today or the state religions or whatever the case. You don't believe in Christianity. You don't believe in Islam. But the etymology of the word religion is only bringing us back to God, right? Relinking ourselves with God, right?
So that right there would actually jump more in towards omnism, which is truth in all religions, because they're basically telling you the same thing about God.
Okay, so you believe in all religions.
It would be yeah,
basically.
omnism.
So you don't believe in a singular religion, but you believe in all religions.
All of them can teach you one. All
of them can teach. You respect everybody. Okay, all right, cool. Lewis, do you believe in God?
Yes, I do.
You believe in God?
Yes, I do.
You a Christian?
I'm not a Christian, but I do believe in God.
You believe in God?
Yeah,
you
I believe in beginning, middle, and the end.
Okay, so you believe that we was all created by one supreme design, one supreme being. Okay,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
All right, Lenny Coco, do you believe in the Almighty God?
Absolutely. I'm sorry. Every time I see you, I grant you peace, Lord. Peace, God. I believe we are all gods because we are built in His likeness. I absolutely believe in God. I respect everybody's religion. I actually got my case dismissed today from that real estate joint.
Oh, yeah?
So God got to be real, baby. God is great, baby.
God is great. All right. That's what I'm talking about. Quanda, do you believe in God?
Yes, I absolutely do believe in God.
You believe in God?
Yes.
All the way?
All the way.
Do you believe in religion?
Yes, I do believe in religion, but I choose to be Christian because that's what speaks to me. But I also believe that, so this was my question before I became Christian and I got baptized. That's the religion that I picked because that's the religion that throughout my lifetime spoke to me the most. That I felt.
When did you get baptized?
I got baptized like 6 years ago. That's a religion that spoke to me that, like, I don't know, like I felt Him, like, you know what I mean? Like
you felt Jesus.
Yeah, like I've experienced miracles. So like for me, I don't know, that's just the religion for me. But I think the question that I've always had when it comes to, like, I don't think you can fully understand God. There's always so many questions, unanswered questions. Like for me, okay, so let's say if you're Muslim, you're Jehovah's Witness, you're Christian, and you're Arabic or whatever. So I feel like if everybody's looking for God, like, how is it fair that, you know, if we're all just trying to be our best and we're all just trying to honor God and we're all good people, I don't think it's right that if the time does come, just because you're the wrong religion, that you're going to go to hell. I feel like God is really going to judge people. I feel like God is really truly going to judge people off of their heart and like how we lived, you know what I mean, and who we actually
are,
are,
yeah, the
and
sum
if we
total.
really try to
Right.
find him, and if we really try to be the best that we can be and be a good person, like I feel like we should be judged off of our heart and like just believing in him and having our faith in him and knowing that there's a higher power, because I don't
So
think
wise.
that's fair.
So the chat asks, is everybody on this panel baptized?
I am.
You're baptized?
I am.
You're not baptized. So
Not like
Master's not.
Christianity
Louis,
baptized.
take the
I've
mic.
been cleansed. That's
Louis,
it.
take it. So you Louis, are you baptized?
Yeah, actually baptized twice.
You baptized twice.
Well, one when I was a kid, a baby, I guess. They baptized me in Catholic Church. And as an adult, I think I was in my 30s when I got baptized at a Baptist church.
So you was born again.
Yes, sir.
All right now. Was you baptized, Lenny Coco?
I was baptized at birth, and I was baptized at like age 24 at a
24.
Christian church. Yeah.
At a Christian church.
Yeah.
For me personally, I was never baptized because I'm Muslim, Mu'min, alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Born and raised Mu'min, born and raised Muslim. Come from a Muslim family. My mother was Muslim. My father was Muslim. My grandfather
Assalamu
was
alaikum,
Muslim.
my good brother.
And I'm wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I'm a Muslim man. You know what I mean? My children is Muslim. My wife is Muslim. You know what I mean? So
Did you
know,
convert your wife to Muslim? Or did she come into you that
my
way?
wife converted on her own.
Cap, you convinced her.
She was a swine eating Christian.
I know it say
She
something
was
in the Quran about
She
not
was a
judging, but you
swine
shouldn't say
eating
that.
Christian before I got
you
there.
know she love you, because let me tell you something. I ain't giving up the pork for nobody.
I mean swine.
I ain't giving up
Swine
the pork.
eating Christian.
I mean swine. I'm about
But
to
I
have
was-
pizza with ham on it tonight.
But I'll tell you this
I'm
much.
about to go
though.
ham on that pizza and ham.
My wife is a devout Muslim. My wife is a black power loving Muslim, and she will. And my wife is Hispanic. My wife is Colombian, Puerto Rican, and Ecuadorian. She got three. Her father Puerto Rican, her mother is Ecuadorian and Colombian, but she is a Muslim through and through. She, fast on Ramadan. She makes sure that she do it. She devout, and it ain't cause of me. You know what I'm saying? It's because she did her own due diligence and her own studying, and you know what I mean. Like she chose Islam on her own. In fact, about it, she chose Islam before I even married her. Before we even got, and I've been with her since she was 16 years old. She chose that on her own and defied her family. You feel me? Like who was like, yo, what? Like you feel me?
Can I
Like
ask you a question as a married man? Outside of yourself too. Let's say another husband who's Christian and another wife who's Muslim. Can that relationship work?
No. I feel like you have to be with somebody who's equally yoked as you. I feel like that's too. I feel like it would. I think maybe it's possible. There might be somebody in the world that can make it happen. 'Cause I'm not gonna say it's impossible. But I feel like that's literally the hardest, because a lot of our beliefs do not align. And when you are becoming one, you become one. How can I become one if we don't even
shout out to
believe
my
in the
boy
same
Bez
thing?
Music. He said, "My man Louis."
You know what I mean? So we have to believe in the same thing. We want to raise our children and teach our children, and we have different beliefs.
No, I agree with you. I'm not married.
Because
I
if
have
you're
to ask.
Muslim and I'm Christian, I'm gonna be feeding the kids pork. You're gonna be mad
Dead
because
ass.
I'm not giving up my pork.
Well, let me get that out there. Okay, because the Bible say don't eat pork. That ain't no Muslim thing. That's why Jews
Facts.
don't eat pork. Jewish people don't eat
facts.
pork.
It's a health
Muslim
thing.
people don't eat
I
pork.
don't care. Pork
Facts.
is
And,
good.
and
is
Christians
bad
not
for you,
supposed to be
period.
eating pork.
You mad wise,
But y'all the
brother.
only niggas trying to defy the Lord. Talk about something. I felt the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, you
felt
call
the
me, brother.
Holy
That's true.
Spirit, nigga.
It do say
That
that.
shit was hog,
It
damn
do
it.
say that. It
All right,
do say that.
go read Leviticus
You know what?
11 and
I
7.
don't wanna hear none of
Again
that.
in the book Deuteronomy, it's teach you and say, look, don't eat no swine. Jewish people don't eat swine. We don't eat swine. Muslim people don't eat swine. And guess what? Intelligent people don't eat swine. Cause
Oh, so what you trying to say?
I'm trying to say,
No, we not gonna do that,
Bro.
okay?
Trigger warning.
I'm trying to say,
No, you're not saying
Trigger
that.
warning. Trigger warning.
I love you.
you. Don't do it.
You're smart. Except when it come to eating that hog. I 1 in the chat if you love hog. 2 in the chat. 2 in the chat if you don't believe
You
in
got
no-
to love you a
you don't
good
want
pork
no
chop.
hog.
You got to love you a good pork chop.
Puerto Rican. Rican, so I eat pork.
Exactly.
My boy Capone said the Bible definitely say don't eat pork. No pork on my fork.
I had mad ham Thanksgiving. I was
I
going
don't-
ham on that.
I
He's
don't
going
dine
ham.
on the
I was going
swine.
ham on the ham.
No pork on my fork. All right, now don't do it.
You gonna forgive me? He love me.
Divinely prohibited. All right, and it be killing me because I swear to God, like Christian people be acting like we missing out on some shit. Like, yeah, You like this ham hawk? Best music gonna put on best music gonna put hashtag pernil.
Yes. Yes.
You eat pork, Lewis?
Well, when it's,
Give him the mic. Give him the mic.
He's Puerto Rican. You know
I do, yeah.
Yeah, yo, listen, my wife's family is Spanish.
Pork is too good.
It's too good, yeah.
He said hashtag pernil.
Especially Christmas,
Aight,
around this
Bez.
time, that's when we eat it the most. That's right.
Listen, I tell you this much. My wife, I've been with my wife. She was 16 years old.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I was 19 at the time. We've been together damn near 20 years without telling my age. But I tell you this much. When I got to her parents for Thanksgiving and different things, I love you too, bro. When I got to her, I realized one thing. Spanish people love them some pork.
Hell yeah.
know, we
Like,
do,
share,
yeah.
and comment if you like pork.
Spanish
Thank you.
people love them some pork.
But I'm saying like that pork.
Yeah, no, the only time
Come
I
on the
stopped
next
eating
podcast,
pork
bro.
was when the doctor said, slow down with the pork. I said, oh, damn it.
Yeah.
I had to slow
Look,
down
you see
with
what the
it.
doctor, first thing the doctor said,
Yeah.
put down the swine.
No, when the doctor said stop, he said, slow down with it, son.
That's why I said
That's why I
intelligent people and healthy people.
So focus.
I don't
You
care. I'm
focus.
not giving up no bacon.
I never ate pork
I'm not
in
giving
my
up
life.
no.
Focus.
Nigga, I don't eat Skittles.
Chuleta.
Bacon, egg, and cheese. You from Plainfield? You never had a bacon, egg, and cheese?
I had plenty bacon, egg, and cheeses. Turkey bacon.
No,
Nigga,
that's
fuck you talking about?
turkey bacon is not bacon.
Turkey, bacon, egg, and
that's turkey,
cheese.
that's turkey
Man,
strips.
listen, man.
I hate when people call turkey bacon bacon. It's not. It's turkey strips. not
Turkey,
bacon.
bacon, egg, and cheese.
It's not turkey bacon. It's
Exactly.
turkey strips.
I'll take the turkey strips.
Yes, it's not bacon. Bacon is
Pass me the
pork.
turkey strips.
Bacon is not pork.
Yes, it is. Look it up.
It's
I bet
not.
you wouldn't make it back because I could take the Cash App.
Excuse me. I go to ShopRite every week and buy Butterball
It's not.
turkey bacon.
No, look it up. It's not bacon.
You know what? I'm not even gonna argue with you and your little.
That's
pork
what. That's
self.
the name that they put on it. Okay, don't disrespect bacon like that. If it ain't pork, it ain't bacon.
You know what? We putting out applications for a pork-free co-host site. Let me stop. All right, my boy Pone says he coming on the next podcast. He bringing tequila but no pork. All right, I love it. That's what I'm talking about.
Drop them comments. Drop them
Drop
comments.
them comments. We giving out a cash app, man.
100th comment.
100th comment. We giving out a cash app, man. Big shout out to everybody on the joint, man. All right. So, do you think society? Do you think the people still believe in God, or you think most people is off God? Even though we all say we believe in God because we know He watching. Do you think society still believe in God? Because I tell you this much. When I went to school, they ain't say shit about no God. They was talking about Darwin's evolutionary theory, talking about how Darwin and we all came from apes and all of this other stuff. Do you think a lot of like the youth and a lot of society still believe in God, or do you think it's a old point of view that's on its way out? I'm gonna start with Quana.
I think that a lot of people say they believe in God but don't really know God.
So you think they just paying lip service?
Yeah.
Okay. What about-
Even like most people only pray when they're going through something. Most people only pray when they need something. So if you know God, you're not going to only be praying when you need something or you're going through something. So I definitely think that a lot of people speak of God. I believe that they have him in their heart somewhat, but I just don't think that a lot of people truly know God. Because it's one thing to know Him.
Is I pray every single day. There's not one day I don't go by that I do not pray. I don't pray just when I need something. I pray. My children pray. You know what I mean? My wife prays. You know what I mean? We pray every day, like without any wavering. We pray. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I really feel like that's why I've been blessed in my life with having the things that I want, being very independent, having a good family, and it's because we
Very beautiful family, brother.
Thank you so much. Because
Yes,
we do pray.
definitely.
Prayer is needed You know what I'm saying? Like for all of us, you need to pray. You need to thank God. To me, thank Allah for being here. Like, how did you get here? Like, you feel me? Like, I often say it all the time. Like, you got a father. He had a father. He had a father. Who was the first father? Like, who was the first one to bring us into existence?
That's law.
Even scientists now Look at my wife. She just, our praise is due to Allah. You see her? I told you.
Right on
Even
cue.
scientists now are proving God exists through science. It's a lot of arguments. They talk about
For years they were saying that you couldn't scientifically
you couldn't
prove
correlate
it.
science and God.
Always went hand
But
in
now they like, yo, hold on, bro. It's pre-evolutionary matter. Where did that come from? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's a question that's just stumping everybody. They say the Big Bang, that's falling under scrutiny now. You know what I mean? Because, they all want to start at the Big Bang, but the Big Bang is a freaking miracle in itself, okay? Which they even say that all matter came from the Big Bang. And from what I know, explosions destroy matter. They don't create them. You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot of arguments, even for divine design. Like, how the hell do we get into a world with the perfect amount of distance from the sun, the perfect amount of water, the perfect amount to not just create one life, but to create infinite lives? Infinite lives. Continuously. You feel me? Infinitely. And infinite species. We have species of all sorts. So even now, scientists is coming under scrutiny. And you got a lot of scientists like Neil deGrasse Tyson and different ones who's just like, look, I'm not an atheist at all. I might not believe in the traditional sense of God, meaning I don't believe in, you die, you go to heaven. But I do believe in a master designer, a master creator, and somebody who, you know what I'm saying? Like, who started all of this. So let's not give up God. You know what I'm saying? Like, I especially not for Darwin, because that man was a racist piece of trash. I'm telling you, Darwin's evolutionary theory, he was a racist and a eugenicist, and he believed that black people and indigenous people need to get wiped off the face of the earth. They literally went into Australia, New Zealand, New Guinea, all these different places, and murdered millions off under the guise of Darwinism, because Darwin believed that indigenous people were less. Go read his book, The Descent of Man. Darwin talks about it in his book, The Descent of Man. He literally says that, humanity would be better off once, we kill off all the niggas, paraphrasing. He says it right in his book, The Descent of Man. So, you know what I'm saying? So his ideas was adopted because we were in a racist ass society. They was racist as shit. Okay, his first cousin Francis Galton was the leader of the eugenics movement. The eugenics movement, which spawned Margaret Sanger, Planned Parenthood, and all of the eugenicists who believe black people need to get wiped off the face of the earth, indigenous people need to get wiped, all of the degenerate bloodlines that they say need to get wiped off the face of the earth. This is Charles Darwin. This is your man. And they teach Darwinism to your children in school like this man is God. They replace God with Darwinism because they have no place for God in the society, because they want to be God over you. They want to be the rulers. If you displace God, then they say, look, we all had the same playing field, but look who ruling. Look who in control. We the gods.
When I was in school, they used to make us say Pledge of Allegiance, like one nation under God, right? And then when you look at a dollar bill, it says, in God we trust. Mm-hmm. I feel like all three of y'all having three children, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost, it proves there's a God, because they all came out with 10 fingers, 10 toes, all healthy. It got to be a God, because there's no reason as to why we're not just sitting here right now.
Speaking to the mic.
Not being like monkeys can't speak, ants can't speak, but humans can. We can think for ourselves. We have the same power given by God. God said, "Let there be light." You said, "Let me have a child." You know what I'm saying? Let me have this barbershop.
Right.
Whatever you feel you can do, whatever you think you can do, we can do, and that's through God's will. It got to be a God.
I often say it.
Manifestation is very real.
We can bring anything we want into fruition. Anything we can conceive, we can bring it to fruition. That's godly in my eyes.
Everything started with a thought.
Whatever we can think of, we bring it to fruition.
This was a thought first, yo. Everything was a thought, man.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to God, man. Let's give a clap. Let's give a clap for the Almighty,
He was in the real state
the
of
man
mind.
himself. I'm glad that we all agree that in the higher power, because
We don't know that. They didn't answer the question.
no, they all agreed that we
Okay.
agreed in the highest power. Because at the end of the day, it's hard for us to, if the way, let the system tell it. God is outdated and antiquated and nobody believes in him. But everybody I talk to be like, nah, nigga.
It do feel like that. That's a good
I
question,
believe in-
bro.
I feel like personally the biggest issue is because of the differences in certain religions. Everybody, like, man just becomes judgmental on just the differences because of the differences in the religion. So that's what creates it right there. I feel like that's where everybody has that, because it's like, okay, you may have one belief, I have one belief, but it's like the argument there is be like, no, this is how it should be, and this is how it should be.
And that was done with intention.
Instead of understanding the differences that you guys have in each of your religions.
And similarities.
Yeah, no.
And similarities.
It-
Because that was definitely done with intention.
the differences in our religion and the animosity and the fighting, once again, it is as a result of the powers that be. You feel me? Like, if you look into the core tenets of each religion, they pretty much say the same thing. Don't kill, don't steal, don't act a fool, belief in the one God. You know what I'm saying?
Take care of your family.
Take care of your family.
Yeah.
Treat people good.
Honor your parents.
Honor your parents.
Yeah.
And the scripture says
The base of it is
that
all
he
the same.
won't come to you in all these different languages, because you can't get mad at a Hindu for being Hindu when he not raised on Christianity. The fuck he's supposed to be? You know what I'm saying? Like, now there is certain nuances for me, because when you're dealing with, like, for example, black people here in America, you got a lot of white supremacy that was infused within it in Christianity. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus white, David white, Mary white, Moses white. None of them was white, damn it. Like, but let them tell it everybody was white. You look at every depiction we see of God, of Jesus and everybody else is white. So, for black people, I think we need to address these things, because you don't want to close your eyes and try to worship God and you really end up worshiping white folks. You know what I'm saying? So there's nuances that you got to address, but still in all, everybody is entitled to, call him in their own way. So, I believe in it and I love it and I appreciate
If you
it.
get technical, it doesn't even matter who started, like, or what color he really was, because he made all of us. He made every shade. He made every color. He made every race. So when people be like, oh, God was black, God was white, I don't care what color God was, because God made my color, your color, her color. He made all of our
I
freaking
would
colors.
disagree with you slightly, only in the sense of, and I'm not saying calling Jesus God, because when you say God, you're talking about Jesus. You know what I mean? So I don't think God himself, necessarily has, the creator has that color. But one thing that I will say is this.
But if he
I
is
disagree
all of
with you.
us,
I
then that
disagree
means
with
he's
you
all of
slightly,
us.
only simply because the truth aspect. If Jesus was black, we gotta call him black.
Yeah, that's
No,
my-
I
think
definitely-
that's
I
my
definitely-
If the
point.
nigga was green, we gotta call him green. We
I
can't just be
definitely-
like, nah,
I
he was white
definitely-
and then say it don't matter.
So I definitely do agree with what you're saying. But what I'm trying to say is, even if he was black, what came of him, what he created, was still white. He still created white. He still created Asians. He still created all that. So that does matter, because I think that the truth is always the truth. You get what I'm saying? But
I'm with
what he was
Quantitative.
saying is that we all are our own gods, because we all came from, we're all God. We're all his children. You get
She
what I'm
is
saying?
so wise.
So I get what you're saying, but I'm saying ultimately the fact that people even argue about that, I think it's good for our kids to see and know the truth. The truth is always important. But what I'm saying is that's not something that people should be going so hard about, because at the end of the day, God is all of us, because he created all of us. So if he was black and he made white, he still made white. So then,
All right, so let
in
me
a
ask.
sense,
I'm gonna ask
white
everybody
is
a
black.
question here. I'm gonna ask everybody a
Black is
question.
white.
I'm gonna start with Master, then I'm gonna go with Louis, and I'm gonna ask you: do you think Jesus was black or white?
I know for sure that Jesus was black. It says it in the Bible.
yeah,
Okay.
even when they
It's
describe
not
him.
about me.
All right. What about you, Louis?
That's-
Do you think Jesus was black, white, or olive, or whatever? What you think?
I think it was Puerto Rican.
That's what I'm talking about. Jesus was Puerto Rican. I love it. I love it.
That was funny.
What about you? Do
Samantha
you?
said he sure wasn't white.
He said, I think he was Puerto Rican, goddammit. He said, I got a poppy Jesus in my house. Was Jesus black or white?
He was definitely black. That's why we all got waves in our hair.
Okay, I'm gonna let you explain that later in a minute. Quana, was Jesus black or white?
I believe he was black.
He was black. All right. So if we all believe Jesus was black, because even the Puerto Rican, that's black. Damn it.
Because you want to know why? Is because at the end of the day, black comes in all shades and colors. Black can create.
So if we all
we're
think
the-
Jesus
we're the
was
dominant-
black,
yeah.
if we all think Jesus was black, isn't it a problem that he's always not sometimes, but always portrayed as white? See, this is what I get into the, it doesn't matter argument, right? Because if you say Puerto Rican, everybody, the Bible say Jesus' feet was as black brass burnt in an oven. His hair was as lamb's wool. His voice was of 1,000 waters. They described him as a black man, and he did his work in Africa 2,000 years ago. That Middle East is Africa, all right? 2,000 years ago. So we have, historically, naturally, biblically, scripturally, these proofs of him being a black dude, but yet he's always portrayed as white. Always.
I do think that there's a problem with that because that's also the white man basically trying to control us.
His voice was of
and
1,000
manipulate
waters.
and manipulate
No, that
us.
was a black man.
So I
Hey.
definitely understand
Hey,
where
yo.
the problem comes in that. But what I'm saying is I don't care what he was because
I agree.
I am him. So
I think he was Puerto
I
Rican
think
too.
if the
Yeah, I
white
think we
man
should
want to
just go with
keep
Puerto
the
Rican.
white
That's
man
right.
I think he was Puerto
yeah
Rican.
the white man want to keep
He's Puerto
saying he
Rican.
was white. I feel like he was black. From what I've learned, I feel like Jesus was black. You get what I'm saying? But I'm not worried about the pictures and stuff that they put up. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter to me.
Have you ever heard of the Council of Nicaea?
No.
Okay, so the Council of Nicaea was like in the early last millennium, in 1200s or some shit like that. And that's like Martin Luther, Constantine, that whole spiel. And they basically took the scriptures, turned them into like, Old English and shit, like whither and thither and thou art and all of that shit. But one thing they did do was they took a man named Caesar Borgia and they painted him as Jesus.
Yes, sir.
Was that
White
Leonardo
man.
Da Vinci?
You got talking
Yeah.
to
Leonardo da
Was
Vinci.
it Leonardo? Yeah,
Yeah.
he was. Yeah, I read about
You
that.
read
yeah.
about that?
Yes.
Painted
And
a
they
picture
painted
of
him as a
Yeah,
white man.
Yeah, exactly.
So, and you know who else they made white? Everybody, nigga. David,
They made everybody white.
Moses, Abraham, Lot,
Yeah.
Solomon. Everybody was white. Solomon.
Yeah, and you got to
Abraham
remember
was
too.
the
They
Muslim.
also used the Bible to
That
enslave
shit
us back
matter,
in the day.
right? That
They
shit
used
matter.
the Bible to
Wow.
enslave
That
us,
shit matter.
and they
If you were light-skinned,
manipulated
you were
it.
white too.
Exactly. So what we have is a group of individuals who, during slavery and before said, yo, no, he's white. God is white. Worship these white people.
Right,
Everybody
right,
who did
yeah.
everything was white.
Right.
And then they subverted God for another white dude, Darwin. This shit matter.
It does.
Like we
Yeah.
can't just be like, yo, it don't matter. No, that shit matters,
No,
my
you're
nigga.
right. You're right.
These people are using God and using the pervasive mindsets of the day to foster white supremacy on the people. That shit is wrong.
I think it matters for everybody to be knowledgeable of that. But I feel like once you know, it doesn't matter because you know the truth. So that's what I mean by that. Like when you know the truth, what they're pushing and what they're putting out doesn't matter.
So I'm gonna just start calling you Nigerian.
But it comes down to
It don't matter, cause
no,
shit,
but I
you
mean,
just-
I feel like it comes down to us just doing what we're doing today and giving
Luis,
that knowledge to people
you are
and spreading
officially
the knowledge
from
that
El
we
Salvador
know. You get what
now,
I'm saying?
nigga.
Because it's like, but if for real,
You
like if
Mexican.
somebody's trying to
I
talk
agree
about
with
me,
Quan. I agree with every word you're
I
saying.
know
I agree with
myself.
every
You
word
get
you're
what I'm
saying.
saying? So I feel like once you know the truth, it doesn't matter what they keep putting up on them shelves and what they trying to keep pushing to us because we know the truth. So that's why I love this podcast because it's very important for us to put out and spread the word so people gain this knowledge. So what they're saying doesn't matter because once you know the truth, you know the truth. You get what I'm saying? And that's
Also-
basically what I mean by that.
Also, that side is needed too. Like they should be doing that, and we should be doing this.
The scriptures tell us to propagate the faith and propagate the truth. And we should always be propagating and promulgating the truth, always. So, what did he say? He said, know the truth because the truth shall set you free.
Yeah.
Set you free from what? If the truth is setting you free, it's setting you free from the prison of lies. So
Evil.
the majority of people right now, when we close our eyes and say, Lord Jesus, thank you, that white man pop into our head, nigga. This motherfucker, this white nigga pop into our head like, thank you.
When
So
I
at
was
a
in
certain
first grade,
point, it's
yeah.
like, at a certain point, to break that yoke and to really gain freedom from that, you got to propagate the truth. You got to tell them,
Yeah.
look, no. So at that point, it does matter. It matters
At that point, it definitely
because
does matter.
it's the truth. Period. You know what I'm saying? I don't.
In denial.
You can't be in denial. And for us as a people, I think it's of utmost important because we got to realize we got Christianity during slavery. You feel me?
And that I
when they
definitely know that.
mattered, when it mattered for them, for us to be, for us to be worshiping them and viewing them as God and viewing them as our superiors and be a good master, be a good slave to your master. That's what they said in the scriptures. You know, you better be a good slave. So we motherfucking was running around during slavery, closing our eyes, worshiping white folks, worshiping that white man. We go to church. All of the angels is white. Jesus is white. Moses is white. We got to break the yoke of that as a people, and the only way we break that yoke is by telling the truth.
We're
What the
doing that
Bible
now.
actually say, his feet was as black brass burnt in an oven. Y'all getting my preacher.
Wow,
Well,
wow.
we're gonna go to the chat real quick because a lot of people are definitely commenting.
All right,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
let
I'm about to get
Focus go to the chat because he's better at this. So we're gonna go to the chat. We got
right,
some
let's go to
good
the
comments
chat.
in there.
Let's get some of their comments in.
We got about 15 minutes
Cause my
left.
preacher voice came out just now. About to pass the collection plate.
By the way, the 100th
Alright,
comment came, right?
Love you, Focus. Focus, you're the best. Focus, you're the man. Oh no, sorry, that was the wrong. Comment. That was the wrong chat. All right. Sequoia says law of attraction manifestation. Yes, law of attraction is real. Samantha says yes, I'm definitely agreeing with y'all both. It don't matter, but if Jesus was black, say he was black, these white folks take enough from us. I know that's right. Say it and say it and say it again. You took our land. You took our people. You're taking our money. You took our future, and now you want to take our Jesus? Not on my watch. All right. In pictures, he looked Puerto Rican for sure.
He's Puerto Rican. I think we established that. He's Puerto Rican.
Nigga do look Puerto Rican.
He do look Puerto Rican. His hair and
He look white Puerto
He's
Rican.
Puerto
though.
Rican.
He don't
Puerto
look
Rican.
Louis Puerto Rican. Louis is the original Taino. That's the Taino Puerto Rican.
Like an Indian.
My new album, Think and Grow Rich. Hey, yo, Liz.
Yo, Think and Grow Rich coming. 12/31/24. You heard?
She
Think and
says,
Grow Rich, my new
Facts,
album.
it matters. My great-great-great-grandchildren better never say I was a white woman. That shit matters. Call us what we are. I know that's right. Samantha, you are officially Brazilian. We gonna tell your kids that your ass is from Nicaragua, nigga. They gotta deal with it. All right. Preach. Sequoia says it only matters if these are the books y'all are gaining your knowledge from. It also makes me say, how can I believe in your Bible if y'all are literally saying it's not true statements in it? Okay. Well, the thing about it is this. I talked about the Council of Nicaea. I talked about the fact that the Bible was translated and used for their own nefarious means, but truth crushed to the earth shall rise again, and you can't destroy the word of God no matter how much you try. So there's truth all throughout the Bible. Don't get it twisted. I'm a Muslim and I can say that. You know, there's truth all throughout the Bible, but the Bible has been tampered with, and we need it reinterpreted so that mankind is not caught up in the snares and the bullshit ass reinterpretations. All right,
Yo, you know what? I just thought of.
let's get to.
Go ahead.
I want to get to our last subject because we
Go
only
ahead,
got
go
12
ahead.
minutes.
Go ahead.
And 12 minutes left. Big shout out to all of the chats and all of that. And I
Yes.
really want to pick y'all brains on this one. All right, our last top. All right, go ahead. All right, our last topic is a political topic, okay? And it is called "To Trump or Not to Trump." I need the chat to type 1 in the chat if you believe in the President Donald Trump, or if you hate him. Type 2. All right. So let's start with Lewis on this one. To Trump or not to Trump? Or do you believe in President Donald J. Trump, or do you think he is the worst thing that happened to politics?
I think it's the worst thing that happened to politics for sure.
He the worst.
He's a liar. He just I can't stand him.
You
Simple
can't
as-
stand
I
Donald
can't-
Trump.
And I met him.
You met him?
I met him.
You a Democrat?
No, I'm actually not a Democrat.
Independent?
Nope. I'm a whatever comes right is good. with
So you a
me.
Republican?
No, I'm neither
He's
one.
none of them.
And
So when did you meet him? How did that go?
I'm Puerto
He
Rican.
Puerto
that's
Rican.
right.
All right, cool.
So when did you meet him? Like how did you meet him?
1990 when I did my second professional fight. He was at the my second professional fight was at the Trump Plaza.
Taj Mahal. Right.
At the Taj Mahal, yeah. So I was the opening bout for the Taj Mahal. So that's how I met him.
And he was a piece of shit then. He a piece of shit
Yeah,
now.
well, you know, just shook our hands and that was it, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Master, what about you? Do you believe in Trump or you to Trump or not to Trump? Samantha said, to Trump. I know that's right.
Nah, facts. I'm not gonna lie. I'm definitely trumping.
You trumping?
For real.
You trumping it out? All right, what makes you fuck with Trump? Keeping it a band.
One, I can honestly say the Democratic Party has always crippled the minority.
Indeed.
So that's why I definitely switched over to the Republican side, and also because Donald Trump is kind of like one of the only people since I've been born, since I've been getting into politics, that has actually increased the unemployment rates. People try to give a lot of credit to Obama, but he actually didn't do that work. It was actually Trump himself. That
Okay.
increased the unemployment rate for the minority and also increased more jobs inside of North America as well.
So you Trump through and through.
Yeah.
Republican, MAGA Republican. You voting for Trump.
I'd rather that the president give us chances to be able to get to where they're at, rather than crippling us by giving us, like you said before,
Welfare.
and and EBT.
Preach, black man.
Exactly. You feel what I'm saying?
Okay,
I'd rather
okay.
have that chance, that fighting chance, to be up top, rather than somebody crippling me to be at the bottom.
I like it. All right. To Trump or not to Trump? Lenny Coco.
I'm definitely pulling my Trump card out. for two reasons. One, personally, as a real estate investor, and he was real big on real estate, he's inspiring money-wise. Also, as a small business owner, he gave us a lot of funding, bro. I had some good years with Trump. Secondly, people hate Trump so much, it actually forms unification. Like, everybody can agree on the fact that we hate Trump. Not me, not him, but him and all your other Puerto Ricans. All y'all hate Trump, so it makes us all come together. Because I remember when Biden won, everybody was so elated, everybody was so happy, and it was for no reason. All a nigga do is sleep. You know what I'm saying? At least Trump caused, and he forced an emotion out of you. So I'm pulling my Trump card.
Trump. All right. What about you, Quana? To Trump or not to Trump?
Trump.
You down with Trump?
Yeah, I
Make him grow
definitely
rich.
did like the fact that he was more on putting money back into America and not giving these countries our money and creating jobs in other countries. He was against abortion. I don't like Trump personally. A lot of things that he said, but I'm saying if we're talking about as a president, I feel like what he did as far as creating more jobs, as far as not crippling us and taking away the things, wanting to take away some of the things that crippled us, I think that was good.
She said.
Can I say something?
She said Biden falling off bikes.
Biden fall off at everything,
He
bro.
fall off everything.
The United States is a corporation, so you
So
need
you
a
need a
businessman
CEO.
to run it just like that.
Okay.
You know,
All right.
Samantha
And
said.
don't forget about them checks, yo.
Samantha said that
Don't
man.
forget about them
hold
checks.
Up, hold
Coronavirus
up.
coming
Samantha
back.
said that man put so much money in our pockets. Bring his orange ass back.
Talk to me.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I got 4 words for you. Orange is the new black. That's 5 words. man.
We got bars, yo.
Orange is the new black,
Oh,
nigga.
this is a new black.
Fuck, nigga.
That's fire.
To the death.
That's the name of this podcast
That's the
episode, bro.
name
Gotta
of
be.
it. Orange is the
This
new
is Orange
black.
is the new black.
No, I'm speaking honestly and candidly. I believe he's the lesser of two evils. However, I would say Trump too got some bullshit with him.
Yeah.
Okay, you know what I'm
He
saying?
had the white people wilding. I'm not gonna lie. The
He-
white
he-
people, he had them coming out wilding, doing the most.
He got them wilding. He
So
got them
that's
doing the
certain things
most.
that I don't like about him.
Exactly, and the whole trying to lump, black issues in with this woke crowd shit. I'm not down with that. I'm not down with them trying to act as though, critical race theory shouldn't be taught in schools. No, white supremacy is infused in every institutions in America, whether it is the church, whether it is the schools, whether it is the TV, the media. White supremacy is infused in every part of America. So when the Democrats say critical race theory, and we need to understand that white supremacy is infused in every institution we have, that shit is a fucking fact. So there are certain things like that that I do not disagree with. However, there's a lot I do agree with. Okay, his stance on abortion, he closed Planned Parenthoods down. He was the only one to defund them, and he actually said, "Listen, I'll give you all the funding in the world as long as you just use it for medicine and clinical care, but you don't kill babies." They denied his funding. He didn't just strip Planned Parenthood. He said, "Look, I just don't kill babies." So that lets you know that number one issue and that number one agenda is to kill the hell out of babies. He freed a lot of black folks and a lot of he freed a lot of just people from prison that should not have been in prisons for life.
And he freed my Zoe Kodak Black.
I have a question,
Suck up
right?
pet.
Before the podcast is over, can we try to do one call in?
Yeah, we can try to do one call in. I need the
All right, we're about to do a call in. So whoever's online right now,
financially-
Samantha, if you want to call in,
financially,
call
that
in.
man brought us back. I mean, it was a lot of different coffers and wells that was damn near depleted when he got in the office, that was damn near full when he left. This man was cool as hell with Putin. He was cool with Russia. He was even chilling with Xi Jinping or whatever his name is from China. Yo, Trump was cool with everybody. They was like, "Oh shit, Trump, you kind of cool." Soon as Biden got in the office, nigga, we was damn near in World War VIII.
It's just a weird narrative that was being pushed against him.
The weird narrative that was
How
being
you gonna
pushed
say
against
how
him.
you gonna say he racist and then he's around a bunch of
Just
black
hand me
people?
the no that cord, the red one, that one, yes. And then go ahead, I'm listening. And then take that mic cord and plug it into the first thing. Take that mic. No, yeah. Take that. Put it over top of the red cord.
Put it on top of the record.
Yeah.
Right there.
And then take the mic cord and plug it into the back. Right here. Right. Take the mic, son. So yeah, nah. I'm a Trumpican. You know what I mean? And he's the lesser of two evils. Do I have my issues with his ass? Yeah, I got my issues with his ass. I ain't gonna lie. There's certain things that the Republican Party touts that I'm like, nah, bro, that's not it. You know what I mean? But overall, I feel like as a country, we was better off. You know what I mean? My wife hates it all the time when we talk about it. Take that microphone, son, that's connected to. Plug in one side over the red cord and the other side into the first plug. And my wife gets mad at me all the time, I ain't gonna lie. And Lewis, you might get mad at me a little bit too for this. But his stance on immigration, I'm down with. I'm down with his stance on immigration. I am down with that. Like, listen, and it's not nothing to just do with Hispanic Americans, but all immigrants. Our southern border is the worst. You have millions of people who come in there. We don't even know who the hell they are. That shit is wrong. My nigga, like, if you had to go through the process of getting a green card, if you had to go through the process of making sure that you was a legal, migrant, everybody else should have to do the same thing. The rule of law in this country should mean something and it should count, especially if black folks is being prosecuted to the highest extent to the law. No, just plug that in and hand me the red and, bring that to me. Especially if we getting prosecuted, black and Hispanic folks are getting prosecuted to the highest extent of the law. We should not be letting immigrants come in this country willy-nilly and taking opportunities away from us business-wise, taking money away from us, bringing in all types of drugs and fentanyl, cartel issues, all this. Nah, you come in this country, we should know who the hell you are, point blank, period.
I definitely do agree that as far as America, I don't think there's nothing wrong with helping other countries and doing stuff for other countries, but I think that we need to start with the problems that we have in this country. We have so many problems in this country, especially even when it comes down to obesity, children having babies young. We have poor, like, so many problems, and we're more focused on fixing and helping everybody else and their damn mama before we help ourselves. And that's the one thing that I could say that I do like about Trump is that he put our country first. And at the end of the day, it's nothing against anybody else, but how can you help when you need help?
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Oh, that's true. I mean, I'm
Louis, I think you got
I'm all
something to
with border control. I am with. I mean, I lock my door every night, so I'm I want to make sure everything nobody comes in. But yeah, no, I'm okay with that. I just don't like him personally. I can't stand it when he talks. It's just like it's like honestly, my grandson who's 8 years old, he's got more he's more mature than him.
One over
But-
top.
That's how it goes.
Okay, and then put the other one over top of that. Yes. So you down with the border patrol? You down with all of that?
I am. Yeah.
You just don't like him as a person.
No, as a person, I think he's an asshole.
You just see he's the person.
Yeah, I can never say I don't like him personally.
Yeah,
And
no,
we're
I
gonna
mean,
talk about personally. I
You
don't
down
like him
with Trump
personally.
too, Louis? You just don't like how he did you in '92.
1990.
In 1990, he ain't shaking hair. He wasn't shit. But
No, he did shake our hands. Yeah.
he did shake your hand, but he kept it moving after that.
Yeah.
I can just respect Trump just because he was just like straightforward with everything. He was just like telling you exactly. He's like I'm doing bad too, but they doing worse. They doing worse than me. Basically.
A Mexican I
Did you
pay
put the
for,
phone
right?
number up there?
Yeah.
It's a small
You gotta pin it.
loan of $1 million.
Shout out Joe Biden for bringing my auntie home from Haiti, man.
Plus,
The Biden program. Come through, Zoes.
Or you
Nous rivet, oui, nous faut rivet.
text. Yeah, man. All right, we're gonna take one phone call before we leave, man. One phone call. We just gonna do it like that. So we're gonna put the phone call number up here on here, and I want y'all to call in, and I want an interesting damn comment and question too
Samantha
before
said
we
them
leave.
immigrant children were traumatized and abused for all a better life. Most immigrants work day and night. They're gonna ride a bike, walk 2 hours, or swim to work. Laugh aloud. Work more than us Americans, which I do think is true. But at the end of the day, we're putting money
Nope.
into other people's pockets.
No,
We need to
no,
create
no,
more
no.
opportunities for us.
No. See, that's why I disagree with you at. I don't think that they work more than Americans. I think they're willing to work for less. And see, when you're willing to work for less,
You work for
then
anything.
you become
You do anything.
cannon fodder for the business industrial
And cheaper.
monopoly complexes. Right? Black folks worked in this country for 400 years for free, and then the minute it was time for us to start getting paid, they let all the motherfucking everybody else in this motherfucker. They said, "Look, nah, we going," and then they paid them even less. So I think even they'll get to a certain point where they like, look, they start deserving, asking for more and deserving more. Look, I'm from Plainfield, New Jersey, man. I'm telling you like this now. You go to Plainfield, New Jersey, it's everything is Hispanic, and I don't have no problem with that. My kids is Hispanic, my wife is Hispanic. My whole thing is if I gotta
respond, folks.
if I come into a Hispanic business, restaurant, whatever the case may be, I just want you to be here legally. I just want you to just, you can't even, you don't even speak English. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I'm like, yo, I can't even get, and you looking at me
Yeah,
like
I'm not gonna lie. Why I went to Walmart like 2 weeks ago, and when I needed help with something, I
44,
asked like
35,
3
84,
people,
77.
and none of them spoke a bit of English.
should have called ICE.
And I'm like, which mind you, I'm black and Puerto Rican, so I'm not even about to act like, and I claim both sides. You get what I'm saying? But damn, how you get the job?
No, facts.
How you get the job?
May I respond, please?
Like you don't even gotta like.
Go ahead, Lenny
no,
Coco.
it's
What you gotta say?
crazy.
I come from, you come from Plainfield. I come from Irvington, New Jersey, where it's nothing but Haitians there, little Haiti, right? So I'm offended by all your statements.
Yeah, you
about
niggas gotta
immigrants.
go too.
No. Shout out Biden for bringing us home. Talk about fat.
You niggas gotta go too.
Immigrants work harder than us, bro. They come from dirty water. They get over here.
But like he said,
they
there's a
start-
reason why they work harder.
But what was his reason?
I just said.
He just said it.
I
Bro,
know, I'm asking again, talking rhetorical.
First of all, when you coming from a third world country, okay, and you are used to less, you're not working quote unquote harder, you're working cheaper. So the thing about it is this.
Or you're working with what you can get. Like
The thing
that's
about
what
it
you
is
can get when you
this:
first get
we
here.
are living in a society, and a lot of us are third, fourth, fifth generation out of slavery, whatever the case may be, and some of us, are 100th generation if you white. You know what I'm saying here, and you're used to an American dream and a certain standard of living, right?
It's upside down.
Oh, it's upside down. So in a certain standard of living, there's nothing wrong with Americans demanding more, wanting more. Look at right now what's happening. Interest rates is going up, okay? The mortgages are going up, okay? But rates are staying flat, okay? Inflation is going through the roof, but rates is staying flat. So
shout out Joe Biden for bringing the Zoes home,
you
man.
gotta take the red corner, son. The red
Don't
corner.
hate on the immigrants,
Take the
man.
red
They work
corner
harder,
and-
man.
And pull it. Right.
There we go. It went up the right
Pull
way.
it. The other way, son. Damn, you just messed it up again. You was almost there, nigga.
Yeah, it did turn.
All right, just erase it and do it again. Oh yeah, go to the top part. Go to the top part. Try that.
Yeah, rotate it.
So look,
Those jobs that you're saying they're willing to work for, somebody has to work those jobs. It's like somebody has to go to the army.
bruh.
Everybody has their role in a team. Nobody could be LeBron, like your man said. Somebody got to be with Gauskas.
Take that
But
out.
let me ask you
Daniel
something. How are
Gibson.
we supposed to get stronger as a country when we're giving all our work to people?
What's the
that's-
best country in the world, so to speak? What would you say? It's America, right?
No,
What would you say? I'm asking.
China.
Why?
China.
Why?
You fucking
I
communist.
would
Get
say-
off my couch. Get your commie ass off my couch.
As
Jack. No,
far
let's
as
stop.
like being like having technology, being more organized, they're not even allowed to have a certain amount of kids. Like
That's not a good thing, though.
that's not a good thing. But I'm saying they way more. They at least they lay down the law. They ain't just letting anybody up in their motherfucking country.
Bro, when you got a nice house, somebody's gonna run up in it.
Make it smaller.
If you have the nicest house on the block, somebody's gonna try to rob you. It's how the world works.
Everybody can have one kid and they
All right, if you want to call in, there's the number. We're
Shout out
taking
my
one
immigrants,
call
man.
in. Shout out to
Shout
the
out my
immigrants.
immigrants,
We don't
man.
we don't have nothing against immigrants. There's nothing wrong with being an
I don't got
immigrant.
nothing against.
My kid's father was an immigrant, so
I don't got nothing against
I don't have no
immigrants,
problems with
but I
immigrants.
got a
have
whole
family
lot of
members that's
shit against
immigrants.
illegal immigrants.
Don't do that. Auntie, come to my house, man. ICE won't come there.
She said
Shout out
they
Joe
more
Biden.
intelligent. Listen,
Samantha, we need you to call in.
Samantha's right. They are.
listen.
You ever notice why them Chinese people be mad good at math? Or them Indians be mad, they be doctors? Like,
I'm just saying if
it's a racist
You
statement,
gotta
but
talk
I'm
in the
being
mic.
real.
Talk in the mic.
Listen.
I'm just saying if I'm in America and I'm landscaping, let's see, I'm landscaping and I'm getting paid $20 an hour and an illegal immigrant comes over and he's okay with working for $7.25 an hour.
$4.25.
Who are they going to take? Even worse, but who are they going to take?
That's
And
that.
of course,
they gotta go.
Look.
And of course, they only accept that. They only accept that because they had to work with what they had, like you said before. So now when they come over here, they got more, but
Can I
they
ask you
still
a follow-up
working for
question?
less.
Can I ask you a follow-up question? Who did the work better? You or them?
So now we can't do work good.
No, I'm
Well,
asking,
that's
I asked him a question. I asked him a
honestly,
question.
I will say
I
because
asked him a question.
because of where
'Cause
they
the Mexicans
because of
do
where
that
they have
landscape
come
we
is
from.
7 minutes over
Because of where they
time.
have come
So
from,
if y'all
they
got
definitely
2 minutes to call in.
That's all I'm
or
saying,
we-
black
or
man.
we getting our
That's
final
all I'm
thoughts.
saying.
Y'all got 2 minutes to call in, and we giving our final
But
thoughts.
I don't think that's also to take away from the fact that someone that's getting paid that the correct amount of money won't do just as good.
Stop counting other
Listen,
people's pockets.
I don't care.
Hold on,
Listen,
give money. Let the immigrants come.
no,
Everybody be happy.
no.
So if
Our
you're
country
thinking
is
about
not
but
for
the thing
sale,
is, how
buddy.
can you think that the country can stay afloat if that's like you're not even thinking
By
about
going
like
more
how we
than
put the
that.
state afloat.
Bruh,
There's no
you
such-
cannot
I
allow
didn't say
millions of illegal immigrants to come across our southern border. You cannot. We don't got
So
no
just
audio.
the Haitians and the Puerto Ricans then.
Check on there. Make sure we got audio. Check.
No audio.
Now I think on a morale on like a
Mic check,
moral-
mic
on
check.
I think you have to
level-
allow them in.
on a morality
You didn't
level.
mute
Yes,
us, did you?
I do believe it.
Bro,
does.
if you have the nicest house on the block, somebody's gonna try to rob you. It's mathematics. It's just what it is. Like, we have a nice house in America. People in India don't like.
See,
how
but
they
that's the
live.
thing though. Like when we're talking
They're
about
looking for freedom.
But
They
this is
landed
the thing.
free.
Listen, you're gonna keep you're gonna put your family first. We are a country, so we need to put our country first to
No, we don't
produce,
got
put money
audio.
in here to keep.
Did you cut that off? Is that
Money is
everything
never gonna
going?
run out. America is run off of debt. If we run out of money, we'll just print
They
more
said, "Nah, I can
money.
hear you."
America is
no,
built
Candace
off
said
of
that,
debt.
but I don't
No,
hear no.
Samantha said
Money-
nah. I
money
can
is not
hear
an
you.
issue for America.
Now we can hear you. She just said that.
Why I don't hear nothing on Facebook?
Well, my volume going down.
Nah, somebody did that. Like,
Oh, okay, good.
car after a while.
All right.
So we got 2 minutes for a call in. We're about
2
to
minutes
wrap
for
it
a
up.
call
If
in. We
anybody
about to
wants to
wrap
comment and comment on anything that we discussed tonight,
But
feel
I will,
free.
I will say this though, real quick, before we take the caller. listen, I don't have no problem with somebody coming here wanting a better life, working hard to get it. I have no problem with that. But the fact
how
of
it
the matter,
sounds.
but no, I don't. But the fact of the matter is, it should be regulated. We don't know who the hell you are, first of all, and we can't regulate how many people we are letting in. Then what that does is take opportunity away from Americans, okay? So when we all starve from opportunity now and we turn into the streets and we turn into drugs and we doing all this extra shit, okay, to try to make an honest wages living because we've been starved out or undercutted by third world countries that are willing to work for a lot less, and then also bringing in all types of drugs and fentanyl and whatever the case may. Look, unless we know who you are, unless you go through the proper channels, unless you are doing this legally, we just can't regulate it, and we need regulation. You taking jobs away from real Americans,
And they be sending them over country too.
Yeah,
I can't
bro.
do
You
that,
taking- you
man. My
taking-
parents came here on a boat. I don't. It don't make sense hearing that. America
Ain't
is big
nobody
enough.
saying
Did
that
your
they
parents-
don't
hold on.
deserve the equal
I know that.
opportunity.
I know
We're
you're
not
saying
saying
that. I
they
know
don't
you're not saying
deserve
did
the
your
equal
parents have green
opportunity.
cards?
What we're
No
saying
comment.
is
No
that
comment.
No
what
comment.
we're saying is
You-
that
guess what?
they should go about it
Guess
the right
what?
way.
Then
I know what you're saying.
guess what? Your
What's up,
parents
bro?
gotta go. So now let me stop.
Hey, listen, man. Everybody need a green card. Holla at my uncle.
Your parents gotta go.
$75.
All right, we're gonna get final thoughts going on. Oh no, before we get final thoughts, let's get this out. So we have some awards we're gonna give away. First of all, we're gonna give away a community appreciation award from the DJ Focus podcast to my man Louis Melendez, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
Louis Melendez, thank you for all of the work that you have done in the community, in the Lehigh Valley, in New York, and everywhere else. Thank you for being such an
Thank you so
inspiration
much.
to the
We
youth.
appreciate it.
We appreciate you to the max. Make sure that go up on the wall in the man cave. That one is for you, man. We definitely appreciate you. We appreciate everything you've done for the youth in the community, the boxing, trying to guide them to the right way, and keep on doing that great work, great community
Yeah.
work. That
Everything you're
community
still
award is for you. And we have another community work award, okay, from the DJ Focus Podcast 2023 Community Award. This certificate is presented to you to honor your commitment to our community as well as your diligence and excellence as a community leader in the Lehigh Valley. You'll say that too. This one is for my boy Master Rigsby, man. All right, for all that you have done, all that
you're doing.
all that you are doing to guide the youth to the right way. I guess they scared to call in, so take the number off the joint because we get into our final thoughts right now. All right, next week we're gonna give y'all another shot to call in. So yeah, man, thank y'all for what y'all doing, man. We appreciate you. With that being said, I want to get your final thoughts. We're going to start with Master, then we're going to go over to my boy Louis. Final thoughts of the night. Just let us know anything, man, what you got going on, or let us know, how you felt about the podcast, whatever the case may be. Final thoughts, my brother.
Yeah, final thoughts. This was definitely a good podcast. I do think you should do this a little bit more often, especially when it comes down to the community. Not just, Allentown, not just Easton, but, the whole tri-state in general, At some point, we all have to start taking our community serious, and the only way that we're only going to be able to, push forward as a community is if we start working together. So as soon as we can start doing that, then I'm pretty sure this community is going to thrive.
All right,
Yes.
I know that's right. That's beautiful, man. Louis, let me get your final thoughts, my brother.
Well, to be honest, I did learn a lot today. A lot more than what I thought I was going to learn. And it's a great community. When we come together and work together, we're going to have a better outcome. So hopefully, after today, a lot of people come together and help us out.
That's right. And what was Jesus again?
Puerto Rican. He ate rice and beans.
He ate rice and beans.
And penny.
And penny.
He did
And
not
that
eat no
good
panini.
old penny
He
and
did not eat no
chuleta.
panini.
It's crazy.
Jesus said, "Don't think that I have come to destroy the law. Nay, I have come to fulfill it." And the law clearly and explicitly states no pernil. All right, my boy Lenny Coco, let me get your final thoughts.
First and foremost, thank y'all for having me, man. It's always a humble experience. I think I've been here a couple times. This has been the best episode to me. 12, 31, 23. My album drops.
All right,
Think and
cut
Grow
this
Rich.
nigga mic segment. Let me stop.
That's crazy, Blackberry. Think and Grow Rich. And December 23rd, 23 from 3 to 5, basketball camp for boys and girls ages 9 through 17. Pull up, man. Love y'all. God bless.
All right, God bless. Quana, final thoughts.
Okay, so I'm gonna read this last comment, three comments. Sequoia said, "Congratulations to Lewis and Master." Samantha said, "Yeah, definitely. I be getting bored and tapping out on most podcasts. Y'all topics are good and the engagement is great. Thank you. We appreciate you so much." And we would love to
Alright.
get you on here one day, baby, because I know
Yeah.
you in the area, you in the ABE.
Yeah,
But I just want to say thank you very much. I appreciate you guys coming out today. What you guys do for the community, all of you guys, is definitely a blessing. People like you are very important, and you guys make a big impact. You might not feel like it, but you definitely do. And just thank you guys for coming out.
Thank you so much.
Tomorrow I am hosting Johnny Bill's listening party.
Tomorrow, Saturday.
Saturday. I lie. I felt like today was Friday for some reason. Johnny's Bill's listening party. So make sure you guys pull up. The link is on my page to purchase Bills. Johnny Bills. The link is on my page. Follow me on all social media outlets. Make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel. DJ Focus Podcast. Quanta Tatted. We out.
All right. I just want to thank all my final thoughts. I want to thank all of my panelists that came here today. Master Rigsby, my boy Lewis, you did a great job, man. Big shout out to y'all for collecting y'all awards and keep doing what y'all doing for community. Shout out to my boy Lenny Coco. He is a returning guest, but he's my main man, 50 grand. It's probably about his 4th time on the podcast, but he always comes with a knowledgeable, loquacious, eloquent speech, and we love him for coming on here. We appreciate it. And biggest, last but not least, I want to thank my esteemed, beautiful co-host, Quanta Tatted, for holding me down and always making sure that this is the top podcast. She literally calls me every other day like, no, we got to do this. These awards were her ideas. The community leaders were her idea. We're going to give her credit. We're going to give her claps right now. We're going to give her
Nothing like a woman's touch.
because this is
Woman's touch.
This is the most ambitious woman that I've met in a very long time. Oh my God, she's a 100% grinder. She do what she need to do. Shout out to Candace. Shout out to Samantha. Shout out to everybody who commented. Brooklyn, you late as hell with your one comment.
Sequoia,
Shout out Elizabeth too. Shout out Elizabeth.
Shout out to my beautiful wife, Catherine. Shout out to everybody that came and commented, all our dedicated viewers. We only got the 80 comments on Facebook today, and on the other platforms, we didn't reach 100. So no money. 100th comment gets the take. But yeah, man, shout out to everybody who came out. Keep on grinding. Keep getting better. Keep being better than the person you was the day before. That's all I can implore from you. That's all I can ask you for. Keep on helping the youth. Keep on grinding. Keep on showing everybody that you are a asset to yourself, an asset to your family, an asset to the community. God bless you. God bless your families. And God bless these United States of America.
And